Will Power starts on pole position for the 2022 Grand Prix of Monterey. He has beaten the previous record set by Mario Andretti of 67 career poles. All this coming into a weekend where the championship can be decided. For one final time in 2022, it's time for action. The green flag is about to fall. Let's take a look back at what happened in qualifying, and on the other side we'll begin our build-up with race preparations for the final race of the year, where Will Power goes in with one hand on the championship. The action is about to get underway. Qualifying for the final round of the season takes place here. It's the Firestone Grand Prix of Monterey, and we are back at Laguna Seca. Green light, away we go for qualifying. As it stands, 5 drivers have the opportunity to win the championship. Will Power, Joseph Newgarden, Scott Dixon, Marcus Ericsson, and Scott McLaughlin. 41 points separate them all. Will Power, 523, 23 back as well is the maximum we can go. This is going to be an absolutely fantastic session. There's a bit of cloud cover here at the top of the hill at Laguna Seca as well. There is the chance that we could see some rain as well throughout the session. Here's your qualifying rules as well for Laguna Seca. The field is divided into 2 groups based on the practice times. Each group gets 1 10-minute session as well. Then each top 6 will go through to the second round of qualifying, which will be the Firestone Fast 12. And then after that as well, we will have a Fast 6, the Firestone Fast 6 as well. 6-minute sessions, 6 cars. 1 point is awarded to the pole position winner as well. So now this is what we're going to see. 10 minutes is go. We've got 8:50 left on the clock. And in Group 1, it's Alexander Rossi, Joseph Newgarden, Scott Dixon, Simon Pagenaud, David Malukas, Jack Harvey, and Graham Rahal, as well as other drivers heading out there onto the circuit as well, of Carl Kirkwood, Scott McLaughlin, Marcus Ericsson, Connor Daly, Jimmy Johnson, and Pato O'Ward as well. The cars making it go through now, the famous corkscrew corner. Let's see what we're going to have in this qualifying session. Oh, and Joseph Newgarden has beached it, coming through, and the red flag is out. He's beached it, coming through the corkscrew section, and this is big news for Joseph Newgarden. He was completely out of it almost as well from the last race. He put himself back into the title hunt, and he's thrown it away. Well, this is a shocker. It is completely beached, and if you cause a red flag as well, you'll lose your fastest lap time. Now into the corkscrew, flicks it downhill to the right-hander, clips the yellow sausage curb, but unsettles the car. The rear steps out on him as well, slides sideways down the hill, and gets beached on it as well. Well, the good news is it only looks like he needs a push as well. So there's no suspension damage to the car. He only needs to get pushed out of the gravel. But if you cause a red flag, you lose your fastest time. But can he restart? Can he get back to the pit lane? Can he still qualify? But Newgarden already causing the big problems here at Laguna Seca. Red flag is out. And it's been confirmed, penalty, loss of 2 fastest lap times as well, and will not advance cars 2 for causing the red flag. That is Joseph Newgarden out of qualifying. He will not take any further part. Joseph Newgarden starts right at the back for the championship. His quest for a 3-time IndyCar championship has gone. Newgarden starts at the back, and that is the big news here at the Grand Prix of Monterey. Red flag has been rescinded then. Joseph Newgarden starts at the back. Race controller said that they will extend the time for 1 additional flying lap. So we know the timer has hit 0. The checkered flag won't come out. Right now, the 6 advancing: Kirkwood, Malukas, Rossi, Johnson, McLaughlin, and Rahal, Ericsson, O'Ward, Daly, Pagenaud, Dixon, Harvey, and Newgarden. The elimination zone at the moment, as we all get back in and see what's going to happen. Newgarden back in the pit lane will take no further part in this qualifying. A big job if he wants to be pole and... Well, a big job if he wants to be the race winner tomorrow and the champion this season. Don't think it's going to happen. 1 extra flying lap then. What can we do? Here we go then. Has Dixon got any time left? Malukas, he's 2.5 tenths up. Dixon doesn't look like he's got the tyre temperatures up yet actually as well in order to properly go for it. So Dixon's in trouble. Well, Lucas is up, Rossi's up, McLaughlin is 6/10 up, Rahall's only 42 thousandths of a second up, O'Ward's up, Ericsson's up, Dixon and Harvey up too. So the championships are going through. Right, everybody's crossed the line there to start their times. The checkered flag has come out. The session has ended. Right, who's it going to be then? Who's got the best time in order to see who's going to take pole position here for the Grand Prix of Monterey? Dixon's having a load of moments out there as well. Suddenly, Kirkwood down. McLaughlin goes top as well. Award to second. Rossi looking good as well as they cross the board. Let's see if there's going to do it. Rossi goes second, and then so Ward third. Kirkwood, Malukas, Johnson as well gets through, but everyone down is improving. Malukas goes top now as well. David Malukas goes 1:11.507. Ericsson as well. Daly, Pagano, Dixon, Harvey as well are looking good. Everyone else diving into the pit lane, as you can see. Dixon's in trouble. Kirkwood only goes into 5th position now. Rahall doesn't go down. Dixon goes 5th, so he gets through. Marcus Ericsson still looking good as well. Harvey only goes 8th. Johnson drops to 9th position as well on his time. Ericsson goes 5th. That pushes Kirkwood out. Dixon's at the cusp here of not bringing the fast 6 if Pagano goes through. And Daly goes 7th. Pagano is 2/10 out across the line, and Pagano goes through to 3rd. Scott Dixon, the second of the 5 championship contenders who don't progress to the Firestone Fast 12, not even the Fast 6. And now is where we start to worry that this keeps happening. So Dixon, Daly, Kirkwood, Rahall, Harvey, Johnson, Newgarden all out. 6 going through from Group 1. Malukas, McLaughlin, Pagano, Rossi, O'Ward and Ericsson. Green light and the pit lane is open for Group 2, which is Palou, Power, Herta, Lungard, Eilert, Grosjean, Devlin, Di Francesco, Cashneres, VK, Rosenquist, Sato, Kellett and Simona Di Silvestro heading out onto the circuit. All set then for what is going to be a very entertaining second part of the first group of qualifying. Colton Herta goes straight through at the gravel as well, down at turn number 1. He's locked up and gone straight on, so Herta brings out a little bit of a yellow flag. Let's see how he did it. No red flags coming out. On board, run down in towards turn number 1 as well. Is he going to snag a break with the lockup? Brakes hard, yeah. Front left tyre locks up completely and goes straight on. And for Colton Herta, who looks like he's going to be moving to Formula 1 as well next season, could be halted though, because the FIA say they don't want to have pressure from the teams influencing their decision. Unfortunately, going straight on there for Colton down at turn 1. He does continue, but he's got dirt on the tyres. 30 seconds left then of Group 2 from round 1. Grosjean goes top. Cashneres, Palou is just about up as well. On board with Power. He's P6 at the moment. Power jumps to the top. Championship leader keeping up those revs as well. And he does a 1:11.34 as well. 9.6. So great time there as well. Here it comes across the line for VK. Rosenquist goes top. Wow, that pushes his teammate VK out. So that's unbelievable for next year. Rosenquist goes top. On board now with Colton Herta. He's P9 and struggling at the moment as well. Checker flag is out. Is anyone actually going to improve on their lap time? Eilert doesn't look like he is. Power's pitted. Grosjean's pitted as well. He's done for the day. As, yeah, looks like they haven't done it, I don't think. Cashneres, Eilert, Palou could be the 6 as well, completing it. Oh, Herta's pushing like crazy. VK hasn't managed to do it. He's backed out of it. I think Herta might have backed out of it as well across the line, going a bit sideways. Yeah, Herta doesn't manage it. Di Francesco hasn't done it either. Simona Di Silvestro hasn't done it as well. Don't think Sato would. Here's Palou, P6. He doesn't improve, so that's it. Everybody else is too slow and not going to do it. It's Rosenquist, Power, Grosjean, Cashneres, Eilert, Palou going through to the next part. Here, however, is Devlin Di Francesco, only 2/10 away. Don't think he's going to make the cut. He's not. He's too slow. So Lungard doesn't make it as the checker flag flies. Everyone else crossing the line. They've all lost time on the laps. So that concludes it. Rosenquist, Power, Grosjean, Cashneres, Eilert and Palou, the 6 drivers going through to the second half of the Fast 12. Green light goes on and the second part of qualifying is underway here for the Firestone Grand Prix of Laguna Seca and Monterey. Now, this is where the business starts to kick up as well. Who is going to progress to the next stage, the Firestone Fast 12 as well, as all action starts to come up as well. NBC have joined the party as well live for the last Fast 12. Malukas, Rosenquist, McLaughlin, Power, Pagano, Grosjean, Rossi, Casneves, O'Ward, Ilott, Ericsson and Palou all heading out there onto the circuit as well. Another 10 minutes of action and another action zone as well before the Firestone Fast 6. It's game on now.
Are they looking at...
Oh, and Marcus Ericsson's had a spin of the corkscrew. Is that going to cause a red or just a yellow? Just a local yellow. It's gone out there on the circuit, but he gets it back in again. And Ericsson has a spin, and is that going to affect some people's lap times? It might do, but how did he do it? Let's see on board then. Coming into the corkscrew. Top of the hill, it's a left-hander, gets on the curb, locks the rear axle, and just drops it. He was looking not to beat you, actually, similar to what happened with Newgarden, but that was a very tight slip. We'll expect that in the race tomorrow as well, actually, to keep on happening, but... Good from Ericsson, and Malukas got held up there as well, so Ericsson might get in. Loss of best lap time for car 8 Ericsson, causing a local yellow that affects another competitor. So Ericsson has lost his best lap time. Grosjean goes across the line and does go P2 on the bump zone, so Grosjean does make it through as the checkered flag comes out. The session's over. Now, Ericsson did, I think, cross the line in time, but Ericsson's dropped to 9th position. Pagano doesn't improve. Ericsson's come into the pit lane, I believe. So I think Ericsson might be done for this session. Alex Palou's coming through. Will Power... Yeah, Ericsson pits, so Power's third. Palou could push out Malukas here. He's the only one on a better lap time at the moment as Power gets out of the way of Palou down in towards the braking zone. Didn't cause a local yellow, though. And this is Scott McLaughlin coming out of turn 4 and puts a wheel on the gravel, very similar to what we saw Alexander Rossi do at that same part of the track a few moments ago. Palou, though, is on the only best time, up to the corkscrew as well. Into the left-hander, then drop downhill over a 6-degree left down-hander. And it's looking okay. Palou to the line. Can he kick out Malukas in the top 6 across it? Yes, he does. Palou goes 5th. Ilott to 6th. Malukas out. So the Firestone Fast 6 will see Rossi, Grosjean, Power, O'Ward, Palou and Ilott go through. Malukas, McLaughlin, a championship contender is out. Rosenquist, Ericsson, a championship contender is out. Pagano and Casneves. So Power has the best opportunity to start on pole and to get his championship challenge. He goes through to the Firestone Fast 6. The Firestone Fast 6 is underway here at IndyCar's Laguna Seca. Will Power currently tied with Mario Andretti at 67 career pole positions. That could change today, where Will Power becomes the most successful pole sitter of all time in IndyCar as he goes for another IndyCar title. We're about to find out. The Firestone Fast 6 is go. So in terms of tyres, Rossi's on the red alternates. Black primaries for Grosjean, Power, O'Ward and Palou. Ilott is out there on red tyres as well. That's as the current timing screen shows it, and it's correct on the TV monitor as well. 4:42 to go. Will Power opening up for a lap then, and he has got right in front of him as well Pato O'Ward, and O'Ward won't get out of the way, and Power's decided to box and go straight into the pit lane rather than have a lap time compromised by Pato O'Ward. Smart decision. 2 minutes to go then. Through the corkscrew goes Alex Palou, last year's champion as well, and he is looking mega fast as well as he approaches the line. Across it now, and Palou only goes 4th. Okay, he's 1.3 seconds off. Grosjean jumps to the top, 1:11.7858. So it's Grosjean, Rossi, Ilott, Palou and O'Ward. They're 5 runners so far. Power, the most experienced out of all of them. It seems like it's a rookie lot really as well. Even Grosjean, can Power do anything as well? He's on sticker red tyres. He's only going to have 1 lap ahead of him as well as he clicks the clock now as well. Let's see. Power's lap flat out as well. Into the braking zone as well, through into the last corner, gets a little bit wide as well, up towards the line. Now the alternate line is different, so they can dive in for the pit lane without having to do an extra lap. It's a smart idea that IndyCar came up with as well. Formula 1 should really do the same thing, but Power comes through the last couple of corners looking okay. He's down by 0.069 of a second, so there's still a lot of time to be found out here. Rossi's up by 1/10 of a second as well. Ilot's up, and Ilot might cross the line next. So Grosjean's in the pit lane, so he's done enough. Whether or not Grosjean will be on pole position, we are about to find out. Ilot is 4/10 faster now. He's only dropped to 0.198 faster. Rossi's quicker. Alex Palou goes into 3rd position as well. Pato O'Ward, I think, hasn't set a lap time. Yeah, Pato O'Ward crosses the line. O'Ward's set a time, but we'll have another lap time, and is 7,000 faster. O'Ward's down. Ilot goes provisional pole now, 1:11.6320. Rossi's 3/10 up. Power is 7,000 up at the moment as he crosses the line. Pole position number 68 is going the way of Will Power by 0.019 of a second. Alexander Rossi, he's 1,000ths quicker. 17,000ths of a second faster is Palou, but Rossi crosses the line, only goes 3rd fastest as well, a 1:11.769. Checkered flag is out. Ilot's in the pit lane, and I don't think it's done it. By 0.019 of a second, we believe it is Will Power who has just broken the record for most pole positions in IndyCar. It is 68 career poles. He beats Mario Andretti's record of 67, and you are looking at the champion-elect who leads on 524 points. That Verizon Team Penske car of number 12 Will Power will start P1. All his other championship rivals outside the top 6. It's game on tomorrow for Will Power. Can he take another title? But one thing's for certain, he's taken a record here today. Will Power is now the most successful pole sitter in IndyCar history with 68 career poles. Wow! Hello everybody, welcome back up to the commentary box for live coverage of today's IndyCar final. We've got 5 drivers going into this one with a chance of being the champion. And across Laguna Seca, we are in for a real treat. Strap yourselves in, we're in for a very, very bumpy ride. The corkscrew as well, the biggest drop on any racing calendar of the season as well, is upon us as well. Well, I'm not alone. Alongside me in the commentary box is Josh as well, and Megan Burch will be walking in a few moments' time. And I'll tell you what, Josh, are you ready to go? Because I'm definitely ready to go if we can actually see you on the monitors at the moment. If I press that button, no, that doesn't help either. So can't see you at the moment. We'll get there. We'll get there. How are you doing there, Josh? We can hear you. That's the main important thing.
Hello, yes, it's the IndyCar final, the Firestone Grand Prix of Monterey at Laguna Seca, as you said, the corkscrew, and then you've got the Rahal straight going into the corkscrew, turns 2, the Andretti hairpin, and then at 9, Rainay curve.
No idea what's happening at the moment, as nothing seems to want to work. Dear. It's always that way, isn't it? That nothing ever wants to work.
Always the last race, and it just wants to go on to the end of summer, end of season break a little bit early.
Absolutely, as well. 7-time champions as well. There's likes of Tom Brady, the likes of Lewis Hamilton, the likes as well of Valentino Rossi. There is a special amount of crew that are dedicated here as well to what we are about to see. And if I can actually find out where we actually are around here, it means that I can get you in because I've just found you, and that means that I can actually do some magic. Let's go to Lee Diffie.
There's so much to play for. So, Townsend, I'm going to ask you first. Does he do it today? Does he become a 7-time champion, equal AJ Foyt?
Nobody's better at pulling off what Scott Dixon has in front of him today. You can see that little twinkle in his eye. He has more experience in this situation by far than any other driver in the field. Look at this guy. He's basking in the sun. He knows in front of him is 95 laps of potential chaos with the tire degradation, the temperatures, and when things get chaotic, Scott Dixon can navigate the carnage, navigate the challenge better than anybody. You'll see he starts 13th. Nobody's passed more cars since the start of the races this season than Scott Dixon. He knows how to get it done, James.
He really does. know how to get it done and knows exactly how to do it as well. And tell you what, Josh, now that we can actually finally see you on the cameras as well, everything's up. There's the results of what was the last Grand Prix Indy Lights of the year, with Christian Rasmussen taking the win, Stingray Robb second, Matthew Brown third, Linus Lundqvist in fourth, securing himself a championship in the Indy Lights. But let's talk a little bit about Scott Dixon. He's a six-time IndyCar champion. He's got 53 wins as well. He's second in the all-time. He took that back further out, but then there's Will Power as well in the mix as well. We've Will Power, who's got the most pole positions in history of IndyCar as well, taking that yesterday as well with 68. He's going for only his second ever title. I mean, only two titles. It's you can't think about it that someone that great and that legendary has only got one title.
Yeah, and that's quite shocking to some people, because Will Power should have more championships, in my opinion, and many others. But we're just seeing a VT of Will Power on the main feed. Here we are, 2014 IndyCar Champion, series runner-up 4 times, 68 poles, all-time record 41 wins, 5th all-time, and the 2018 Indy 500 winner is the number 12 of Will Power.
Here he is with Lee Diffie.
There he is.
Well, I actually don't think you heard anything there as well, which is really annoying, because I think our connection to NBC failed, actually. So all you've heard is absolutely nothing for the past couple of minutes. I really do apologise for that as well. Our connection failed. We were hearing it. I don't know if Josh heard it as well. On the faders, but we apologise for that already. Just like the start of the year, we had problems, and at the end of the year, we're having even bigger problems, it seems, as well. Somebody please call a medic. We are going to need it by the time we are done with this Mayhem Championship at the end of tonight. Okay, then, we are all set as well here. Laguna Seca is looking absolutely beautiful as well, and we are all set for what hopefully is going to be the championship decider of the year. And back up with Josh and me now in the comms box as well, as we try and hear things. This is how the grid looks as well. Will Power on pole position. Alongside him on row 1 is Callum Ilott. The second row sees Alexander Rossi alongside Romain Grosjean. Row 3 is Pato O'Ward and David Malukas as well. And that was the Firestone Fast 6. And now let's move on to what happened in positions 7 to 12 and who got relegated further back as well. Row 4, 5 and 6 was Scott McLaughlin and Felix Rosenquist, Marcus Ericsson, Simon Pagenaud, Alex Palou and Helio Castro-Neves lining up on those positions as well. Then the rest of the field outside the Firestone Fast 6, row 7, 8 and 9, Scott Dixon, Venus VK, Connor Daly, Christian Lundgaard, Carl Kirkwood and Colton Herter, who's won both races here on the return to Laguna Seca, just like his dad Brian Herter won, starts row 9. Rows 10, 11, 12 and 13 sees Graham Rahal, Devlin DiFrancesco, Jack Harvey, Takuma Sato, Jimmy Johnson, as well as Dalton Kellett, Joseph Newgarden and Simona Di Silvestro down in 26th position. You may have just heard that NBC, again, the connection's been restored as well, which is great news. I think they're going to come back in a second off a break. Here they are now.
Grab your mobile device and scan the QR code on the screen now for a chance to win $25,000 from Hy-Vee. Scan the code and register at HyVeeDeals.com for your chance to take home.
We're not seeing that, which is really annoying.
What a gorgeous day on the Monterey Peninsula for a championship afternoon here for the NTT IndyCar Series. 5 drivers with a shot to make it happen here this afternoon. A little bit warmer day than most teams thought, but let's get the pre-race ceremonies going here on Championship Sunday.
Yep, it's time for the invocation to get going.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as the Defense Language Institute Language Center Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Race fans, once again, our nation commemorates another year since the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks on the United States of America. This day, 21 years ago, nearly 3,000 lives were lost at the World Trade Center in New York City, the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and in the fields of Shanksville, Pennsylvania. As our nation mourns, we also honor the many heroes who bravely stepped forward to support the response and recovery effort in the hours, days, weeks, and months that followed. Many are now members of the AMR IndyCar Series safety team and IMS production engineering staff, and they are here with us today. Their inspiring acts and selfless dedication are inspirational reminders of our nation's courage and strength. Please join us for a moment of silence as we commemorate a tragic day in our nation's history 21 years ago and recognize the courage and sacrifices of our first responders. Thank you. Please remain standing as Chaplain Chuck Lessick of IndyCar Ministries offers today's invocation.
Let's pray. Lord God, as we remember the tragic events of September 11th, we ask you to be with us and be our comforter and healer. Lord, as we look around this majestic countryside, we just thank you and acknowledge you for being our creator and sustainer. And as we get ready to go IndyCar racing today, we ask you to be our protector and provider. And we're so thankful for your love, and we can pray all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
A wonderful tribute as well out here today, and we would like to send our sympathies as well And we will always remember the tragic events 21 years ago today that took place in New York City and also across the United States of America on the 11th of September, as well as we remember the anniversary of 9/11. Hopefully, we can give you a great race as we remember them this weekend as well. And this is going to be, hopefully, Josh, as well, an absolutely tremendous race. The field look ready. We are ready. 95 laps ahead of us. I've switched over to a headset, and Megan's about to join the commentary box. 95 laps. There's the grid in all its glory, all 26 cars. And this is the track. 2.238 miles, 11 turns, 95 laps, a total of 212.61 miles. Push to pass is 150 seconds, and you can use it maximum 15 times. Last year's race winner was Colton Herta. This is the season finale. Coming into this weekend, we've had a total of 8 different winners in 16 races. McLaughlin, Newgarden, Award, Herta, Ericsson, Power, Dixon and Rossi. 9 different pole winners. Average starting position of 5th. Average finishing position of 8th as well. The pole sitters, McLaughlin, Rosenquist, Herta, VK, Power, Dixon, Newgarden, Rossi and Award throughout the season as well. This is the single point breakdown as well, so that you can work out at home. For first position, you get 50 points. Second, you get 40. Third, you get 35. Fourth is 32. Fifth is 30. Sixth is 28. Seventh is 26. 8th is 24, 9th is 22, and 10th is 20. 4 bonus points are available, and everybody gets points, Josh, which is always something to remember with a 26-car field. Everybody does get these points.
Yeah, they do. And that is very important to remember. If you follow us with Formula One, you know that only half of the drivers get points, including Nick de Vries.
Hey, and he kept the points. He kept the points as well. Always like to remind that the Nick de Vries stuff never happened. Bile GP says, hi guys, what time does the race actually start? In 13 minutes time, but we're about to, when they come back as well, we're going to have the drivers start your engines as well. Christian Maley says, hi, I'm Joshua Rose, Motorsport Journalist. Hello to you. Hopefully everyone's going to enjoy the race today. As well. I think Megan's about to come into the comms box as well, but I'd just like to point out as we listen as well to how the championship's been going out throughout the year as well. Today's honorary starter as well is a fantastic actress as well, who has been in the TV shows such as Lucifer as well. They've also been in Dexter and the Georgie Lopez show as well. It's Amy Garcia as well, who I know most of all for playing Dr. Ella Lopez on Lucifer, one of my favourite series. And she will be giving us the command, and she's also going to be in the fastest seat in motorsport inside the car. So always going to be a lot of fun. Let's see if we can have a great end to the season. Bile GP says, damn, I thought it was 11 p.m. It's starting at the same time as the NASCAR race then. Yep, it's about to start right here. Here's your championship then with the top 5 drivers. Will Power, 524. Joseph Newgarden's 21 back. The same points as Scott Dixon. Marcus Ericsson's 40 points back. And Scott McLaughlin is 42 points back as well. And I tell you what, Josh, we were just being reminded before we go to the command as well. I've just been told Nicholas Latifi is now 20th, he's 21st out of a 20-driver championship. That is how bizarre it is. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Driver trackers on. All getting set then. Let's head down to NBC.
Fast 6, so he's got some breathing. He's got that extra pole position, but he still has guys like this. His teammate Joseph Newgarden starting right at the back with all sorts of tire options. The strategies with tires today are going to be so important to keep track of.
Now, while we have been talking for the last 2.5 days all about the championship contenders and the title fight, there's one interesting little twist in this after qualifying yesterday, and that is the smallest team in the NTT IndyCar Series and its driver, Callum Ilott, qualified on the front row for the championship finale. This is a terrific story.
Easily the best career start for the rookie Callum Ilott out of England. This small one-car team, Juncos Hollinger, has done a great job all season, but really peaking at the right time. He's never finished in the top 5. He's never started in the front of an IndyCar race, and he starts next to the championship leader.
He's got nothing to lose. Will Power has lots to lose. I'm looking for a big, aggressive move from Callum Ilott in turn 1.
It's been 2 years since this guy started on a front row in any form of motorsport. All right, let's hit pit road. We kick it off with Dylan Welsh.
Diff, Scott Dixon has 2 goals every year he competes in the IndyCar Series, win the Indianapolis 500 and win the IndyCar Championship. He had the first one within his grasp this year and it slipped through his fingers. Today, he tries to check off the second one.
We set 2 goals every year. Firstly, win the Indianapolis 500, which, luckily our team did and Marcus did. And secondly, to go on and win the championship, So it is a goal that's what we're based on. That's what we're fighting for. So, to be in it and, being in it a few different versions of how that is, whether you're the chaser or the leader or whatever it is, I know Will's probably got a little more pressure on his shoulders, which I've been in that situation and you're just hoping that you don't have, those small things that take you out, whether it's a mechanical or, a silly spin that you make or a mistake. So, I don't know. I think it's going to be fun, man. It's always much more fun, I think, on the chaser side.
The 9 team has gained 96 positions on track this year. That's why they're in the hunt today. They'll need to dig deep one more race, Kevin Lee, to wrap this one up.
Dylan, this is the 5th time that Will Power has entered the finale with a championship lead, all by double digits. He's only won the title 1 time. That was the last time he was in this position in 2014, and he says it's a very different feel in the lead up to the championship.
I remember my first championship, it was just, excruciating. Not sleeping, the stress. This one is just enjoying the craft and feeling very fortunate to be in this position again. You're given a car every week that has a chance to win or a chance to get pole, and if you do everything right, a chance to win a championship.
Now, most of us still think Will is pretty wound up this weekend, so are we buying it? Certainly winning the pole yesterday helped. To Marty Snyder.
Kevin, the guys mentioned it in the booth. Look how far back you have to come to find Joseph Newgarden on the grid. He will be on the last row today, but starting 25th does not change 1 ounce of his determination.
If I'm not determined, I don't know why I'm doing this. It kind of stems from my competitiveness. I'm so competitive in everything that I do, and I hold myself to the highest standard, and I think within that comes determination. You want to see something through from start to finish, and yeah, it must come from the competitive side. That's what brings everything out of me.
A lot of competition ahead for Joseph Newgarden today, and one of only 8 cars diff in the field starting on primary tires. Tim Cindric told me earlier today, hey, we've got to try something. We've got to go out of the box with our strategy. Otherwise, there's no way we could get from 25th to the win, and they know they need a win to win this championship.
And I just think back to the...
Absolutely fantastic guys as well. Now, Megan Burch has joined the commentary team now.
So
Hello.
don't expect Scott McLaughlin to win.
Yes, so Scotty Mac won't be the champion, but hello, Megan. Missed you on Formula One this weekend as well, but it was nice having Dad back in the box as Ollie and Burch actually enjoyed commentating together as well, and his eyes are just about held up, and he just about held up for the race as well, but nice always to see you.
There is a possibility if this race goes too long that I will have to leave.
It won't go that long, it'll be fine. 95
Hopefully.
laps, not that
I
long.
better speed through it very quickly.
Yeah. Anyway, are you ready? Let's get ready. Trackside now for the command.
It's time to give the command for the Firestone Grand Prix of Monterey. Please welcome your Grand Marshal, Canadian-American Olympic bobsled champion, Kaylee Humphreys.
Drivers, start your engines!
Kaylee was a rock star earlier this year.
And away we go. Time now to start the engines. Time to rev everything up to 1,000,000 as we will start the last race of the year for the NTT Data IndyCar Series. So, this is going to be interesting. 26 cars in the field and quite a lot of them getting ready to see what we are going to see. And what happened with James Hinchcliffe out on the track with Townsend Bell.
Oh, sorry. You missed it. Technique. Oh, what does this do?
I don't think it's raining.
That was terrifying.
That's the last time I'd ever have you as a passenger. You're the worst.
Where's the puke bag?
That'd just be me and you if
Yes, it
we
would
were
be,
ever
wouldn't
in a
it?
car.
I was just wondering as well. That's remarkably close to home. I want to say hello to Christian as well, who's tweeted in saying, watching the NFL Red Zone, listening to IndyCar broadcast with Joshua Burch on YouTube, and listening to the NASCAR broadcast in USFN Radio with Sports Junkie and All Sports Fan 24 on the call as well. Pleasure to have you, Christian. Hopefully we can give you great coverage as well as the drivers leave the pit lane as well. The driver track are working, and Josh is down there in the pits. What are you seeing for us, Josh, as well, coming into this one as well? We're going to be in for an interesting weekend. And who's your personal pick for the championship this year?
I would like to go for willpower.
But, I can sense a but.
But you know how things can go. Points leaders sometimes come out of it not the champion, but I don't have a championship choice, to be honest. I would like Scott Dixon
to make it 7. Yeah, that's
make it 7.
yeah.
I think everyone would want that.
I agree. I think that would be something that we can see. A possible history-defining day if he does get 7 World Championships. It's Power, Dixon, McLaughlin, Newgarden, Ericsson in the hunt for this title, Megan. So I'm going to ask you, who's your pick for the championship here today?
Well,
can you even make a pick?
How many points would it take? Does the person who wins get?
50. But that is as it stands. That's points as it stands right now with the drivers on the field. So if Power wins the race, he'll be on 574 points. Dixon, where he starts, with 54 back. I know, it's confusing, isn't it?
I don't think anyone else has a chance.
Yeah. Anyway.
I think it's going to be Power.
Cars are circulating on their parade laps as well. Dixon's coming in. There's the famous corkscrew that raises up down at turn 7 and through turn 8 and 8A. Turn 9 is the rainy curve before coming to turn 10. It does, doesn't it? We're in California here as well, and we're about 90 minutes away from Hollywood itself in Los Angeles as well, here at Laguna Seca.
You can tell it's California because the water literally looks blue.
And there's no better place as well for Amy Garcia as well, who was on Lucifer's Dr. Ella Lopez to be out there. So, Will Power, Joseph Newgarden, as well as Scott Dixon, then following in as well for Marcus Ericsson, the Indy 500 winner this year. Wrap that all up as well with Scott McLaughlin, who is going to be the IndyCar champion. We are going to find out shortly. We are going to see it. And let's go down then as well, because James Hinchcliffe has got news with the Honda Track preview.
Well, hey guys, we normally do the Honda Track preview with an onboard from one of the cars on the track, but Townsend, we got a Honda Civic Type R pace car, and we're gonna go take a look at this place. Start of the race, always chaos down here in the Andretti hairpin, everybody filing in. It can go too wide here though.
Get into that apex, brother. Get in there.
No, I'm doing
Get
the
in there.
IndyCar line. One of the most iconic corners in motorsports, over 110 feet of elevation drop.
Blind corkscrew entry. Heavy on the brakes, little ease off on the heave, and then lay into the brake pedal heavy, turn in, pick up the tree, crack the throttle. Come on, James, send it. There we go. Nice.
And that is a lap around Laguna Seca.
Dumber and Dumber heading out there on the circuit. I'm not being rude to them as well, but my goodness me. Here's your starting grid then as well. Row 1 sees Will Power on pole position. Alongside him will be Callum Ilott. Row 2, Alexander Rossi and Romain Grosjean. Row 3 sees Pato O'Ward alongside David Malukas. The 4th row of the grid as well. That further down, Scott McLaughlin alongside Felix Rosenquist. Marcus Ericsson is 9th, Simon Pagenaud 10th, Alex Palou is 11th, 12th for Helio Castroneves on the row 6 of the grid. Rows 7, 8 and 9 will then see Scott Dixon, Venus VK, Connor Daly, Christian Lundgaard, along with Carl Kirkwood and Colton Herter. Rows 10, 11, 12 and 13 then sees Graham Rahal 19th, Devlin DiFrancesco in 20th, Jack Harvey 21st, Takuma Sato 22nd, Jimmy Johnson 23rd, Dalton Kellett 24th, Joseph Newgarden 25th and Simona Di Silvestro down in 26th position.
He sure does. He knows that.
I've got no idea why we're hearing so much of NBC's commentary in our ears, considering we don't usually. I think there's problem. Maybe I've put it in the wrong... I don't know. No, there we go. I think I put it in the wrong thing, but we're back now anyway, yeah.
It sounds better now.
Do you want to see who's on the two-seater on board? Please tell me we can see Amy Garcia now, because I've wanted to see her throughout the entire thing. Yay!
It's been Callum all alone ever since Portland last year. They've just crossed over the 1-year mark as a full-time...
No, okay, that's a shame. I was really hoping to see Amy Garcia there. Do you want to... Oh, anyway. You can tell it's California because the grass is all burnt brown. Yeah, that's a good one. Anyway, they're coming to the two states. They're coming to the start then. Do you know, this is just as messy as it was at the start of the year in St. Petersburg.
Yeah,
2 by
it gets
2.
that way.
So, here we go then. It's been 17 rounds of the series. Who is going to be the IndyCar champion today? Who has got the biggest margin? Who will be the champion as we come out of the last corner at turn 11? Engine notes rise. Are you ready? Are you steady? Because in 2022, it's time. 3, 2, 1. Green flag. Race on at Laguna Seca. And it's Will Power leads the way down towards turn number 1 as well. Rossi's on the inside line. Darting at the inside comes Pato O'Ward. Round the outside. Callum Ilott trying to hold off. Not going to work. Ilott drops to 4th. And that's Christian Evans, I think, having problems further back. And Rosenquist gets pushed onto the dust as well. Too wide further back.
Right, luckily no contact seems to be going around the back, just people constantly going off trying to avoid other people. Yet again, we can see someone going off in the background. Though, they only seem to be catching the sides, like just next to the curves. They don't seem to be going full off.
Looks okay so far as the action tries to continue out here as well. Keeps on the brakes. It's shake and bake time as well to see who's going to have the opportunities into the braking zone. That's VK getting forced off. VK gets forced off.
Contact.
Yeah, and I think he got hit there by Dalton Kellett, or one of the two.
Managed not to spin.
Into the corkscrew for the first time.
Contact going around the corkscrew.
Yeah, it's right. That's the 60, so it's Simon Pagenaud.
And 7.
Yeah, and that's Felix Rosenquist trying to keep on the inside line. Pagenaud slips through. Rosenquist gets on the dirt as well. Loses a position crucially to Marcus Ericsson. Connor Daly and there's Scott Dixon trying to come into it as well. So they're all out there.
Nearly running into, I think that was Palou.
Yeah, it's coming back as well. Sky Sports F1 are having an issue. That's why their audio's all mucked up and we can barely hear anything. They're planning on fixing it. Hopefully it will be fixed shortly because this isn't happening back in Portland. Anyway, Josh, this is great action so far. The opening lap. In the meantime, for the back as well, that is Edge. It's at the 29, so that will then be Devlin DiFrancesco under a bit of pressure running wide at the back of the circuit. What a start, though, Josh. Got 3 wide and Herter at the inside line. Herter forcing his way through as well and getting past Devlin DiFrancesco as Lundgaard got through as well. Back to you, Josh.
And that was an intense lap 1 and the start of lap 2.
It's getting so close.
Just picked up in the back on the aerial shot now, going up the hill towards the corkscrew on the Rahal straight, up the hill.
So
brake, pull it left, 110 feet of elevation change in a matter of seconds. It is insane, that corner.
Power leads. Rossi 2nd, O'Ward 3rd, Ilott 4th, Grosjean 5th, Maluka 6th, McLaughlin 7th, Palou 8th, Pagenaud and Ericsson rounds out the top 10 as the points stand. Will Power will be the champion by 57 points if it is at this point, and that's VK Meganishek getting forced off by Devlin DiFrancesco, it turned out it was.
That is honestly not surprising.
Yeah, both of you. Well, he has been causing problems throughout the year as well, so maybe it isn't as a big surprise as we thought it might be.
DiFrancesco, just like, if you're near him, just run away or drive away as fast as you can.
Yeah, run away, don't hold anything, and don't try to hold anything either.
And don't go around a corner with him.
Yeah, seems to be. Hopefully you can hear a little bit something. Pit road.
Black sidewalls, a little bit harder tire, not as quick in overall lap time, but it lasts longer. It does not degrade as much. So the strategy from the 2-car, Townsend, I think what it's going to be, run as long as you can in this first and on the primaries, come in and put on those reds, clean track, fast laps, and make up some track position.
Marty,
So, yeah, that's all seeming to be okay, but the problem is at the moment is that there's a technical issue at Sky Sports F1 HQ, therefore the NBC coverage will go on without me filling the commercial breaks until we have a fix. Apologies. That's why we're struggling to hear the difference between the IndyCar coverage as Newgarden dives up the inside. Newgarden coming from a bad qualifying from the back of the grid after causing the red flag in qualifying yesterday. He's moving up the field. Newgarden goes to 19th then after slipping on the inside of Carl Kirkwood down at the corkscrew. So it's not going to change that much, but Newgarden up 6 places, the most of anybody. Sato up 5, and up 4 is Devlin Di Francesco. Huh. What have we noticed?
Grosjean and Malukas, they're both going slower than the rest of the field.
Going slower?
Yep. Well, according to where they are right now, and they're keeping ahead of everyone else, they should be doing at least similar scores. Well, technically right now, the first two are doing slowest in the field, so theoretically, it's Grosjean and Malukas.
On the primary tires,
everyone behind them is faster in each lap. They've done for 2 laps now.
Yeah, we're trying to separate the audio and it's not working anymore. So that's not great at the moment. But they'll find a fix eventually. Hopefully everyone's staying with us. Anyway, Power leads, Rossi, O'Ward, Ilott, Grosjean as well. I'm turning it off because it's bugging me.
Do you know who the fastest on track is right now, theoretically? Doing the fastest...
Who's fastest out there?
Well, the speed...
Yeah.
To try and make
hold on, let's have a look.
Well, Power's got the top time. He's on a 1:15,
Power.
1:70, and Power definitely has on top speed as well, 107.181 mile per hour.
What did you see?
Everyone else doing like 105s, 104s as well, the speeds, yeah.
They finally caught their speed now as well.
Battle for 7th, Scott McLaughlin closing in as well. And Alex Palou getting involved. Now, Palou's not in the title fight. And he can't be the world champion. Top 5 then as it stands, it's Will Power, Rossi, O'Ward and Ilott as well. As well, NBC goes to the commercial breaks. We have the pleasure of actually hearing some cars for a few seconds. Megan.
I think the reason why Grosjean and Malukas was slow because they were fighting each other.
Yeah, probably is. As they come through. Okay, so Power's put out a 1.1 second lead to Rossi, which is what he needed to do.
Rossi to win.
Well, Rossi wins the race, but the championship will go the way of Power. So,
oh, I know.
Yeah, you've got two separate ones then.
Yeah.
I've gone for one complete with Power and Rossi being a 1-2 duo during the race as well. So Power takes the win and the championship. Rossi stays in second place as well, even though the other Andretti is trying to win the championship. It's just not working out the way it's supposed to. As 91 laps to go. Now, last year we amazingly ran caution-free here at Laguna Seca.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, and Dalton Kellett has spun at the corkscrew. Now, does it keep the yellow out? No, we stay green. So Dalton Kellett gets going again. It was my best attempt at doing a synthol of causing a yellow flag.
You're lucky.
That was almost a commentator's curse there, wasn't it, Josh? That was a bit too close to home.
Yes, a bit too close. Now, because I've turned my fan on, hopefully it's not doing a lot of background.
I need to do
all of my notes are flying everywhere, so I'm having to put an extra pin in.
Well, we just roast up here in the commentary box, don't we? It gets really hot up here eventually.
I need to do 2 questions. No, 3 questions, sorry.
Well,
and one of them's an essay.
I won't say anything else about a possible yellow flag then, okay? I'll hold that back. Anyway, last IndyCar race of the year. Power, Rossi, O'Ward 3rd as well. O'Ward not even in the title fight anymore. He nearly got close to it, but dropped out. Tom says, can't hear any background noise, Josh or Josh. Well, hopefully you can now. We have pushed up the fader as much as we can, but the background noise is having a bit of a problem. And Bal GP says, don't worry, the NASCAR race is under caution anyway. Yeah, Sky Sports have had a problem with their audio today, so for some reason it's muted half and we can still hear the NBC commentary. But right now NBC are on a break, and hopefully you can hear quite okay. There's no Tom Gaymore filling the ad breaks either, which is annoying.
They do realise that's not part of the track.
Yeah, it's just going all 4 ways off the track, but it's such a difficult part as Felix Rosenquist tries to go around the outside of Marcus Ericsson into turn 1. Ericsson gets a little bit too late on the brakes into the Andretti hairpin. Rosenquist looks like he was going to try and go for a move on the inside line as well.
Actually seemed to have worked for him. So.
Oh, Tom was saying about, no, I meant it as in the fan as well on Josh's mic. Oh, no, we didn't hear anything, Josh, so you're all right. I thought we were on about the fan. Watch, 3.
For those of you familiar with this, you know that we've been running this throughout the entire IndyCar.
Yeah, we do. Thanks. Thank you very much, Sky Sports F1. Last IndyCar race of the year, and you can't even get that fixed. I mean, BT never had this problem from the track, did they?
No.
It's only ever Sky who seems to have the problem. Anyway, that's not the fault of Neil as well, or even Tom Gamer. It's just Sky's server's not working. Hopefully they get it restarted soon. Now, this is Jimmy Johnson, what we didn't see. This is the reason for Dalton Kellett's spin. Johnson was going around the outside into the corkscrew. Does he hit Dalton Kellett? Yes. Oh, hang on. That wasn't the cause for the spin, because... this is the second one. Jimmy Johnson up the inside the next lap of the corkscrew, and that's what kicked Dalton Kellett round.
Wing.
Yeah. Front wing to rear wing contact, and that's what caused that one as well.
Look, he didn't go on gravel.
Yeah, because Newgarden did that yesterday in qualifying, and it beached. It properly beached itself. It got hunkered down, and it had to throw the red flag, actually, because it's such a dangerous part of the track.
I would have
Johnson's in
left
trouble. Johnson's in trouble. He's going slow down the pit straight as well. So what's happened to Jimmy Johnson? He's got
Go in the
damage.
pit lane.
Well, he's
Don't
missed
stop on
it.
track.
Well, he's missed it. He's going to have to go round again. So something's happened to Jimmy Johnson out there on the circuit. I'd love to tell you, but
for
can't
a
say.
lap, and then go in the pit lane.
No, we'll keep an eye out whether or not it's going to have to be a yellow flag situation or not. With full course caution. What do you reckon, Josh? A full course caution, or is he going to be okay? He was looking a bit slow, wasn't he, coming out of that corner?
Yeah, it depends if he can get it back to pit road or not. Johnson is currently, if I look at the driver tracker, going up towards turn 6, and it's great. I can just pick the phone up with the driver tracker and it doesn't interfere with anything.
And he's been passed now by Dalton Kellett as well. So Johnson is going quite slow out there on the circuit. Kellett's passed him again as he comes through. I don't think it's a give position back or anything as well for causing contact, because they would have flashed up on the monitors. So Helio Casneves is diving into the pit lane. So Casneves becomes the first driver to pit in this race for overall. Let's head down to pit lane.
It's below. Well, what happened? Listen on the radio.
Just for no below, when he got around you, he rolled the exit of 2 a little bit higher, and he's at least a half car higher into 3. Seems to be working for him there.
A little coaching there for Scott McLaughlin. So hence we've talked in the pre-race about it. We've talked all weekend. Scott McLaughlin will cover what Scott Dixon does during the race to try and help his teammate Will Power. There's the man on those shots. Kyle Moyer for Scott McLaughlin. So what does that mean when he's going to cover Scott Dixon?
Well, basically, there's different strategies that you can take out on tires, and when you pit, undercut, overcut, trying to make a fuel stint last longer, maybe come in a bit earlier. And so right now, to essentially make sure that the 9 does not win this race, the 3 is going to cover their strategy by mimicking whatever the 9 team does. Right now, Scott McLaughlin has track position over Scott Dixon. McLaughlin's running in 8th, Dixon's down in 14th. So the 3 stand's just going to be paying a lot of attention to what's happening over on the 9 pit box. As soon as they see them setting up, they'll do the same thing and try to just match them stop for stop and tire for tire from here on out. And as we say it, the 9
Dixon
team is laid
and
out.
Herta all pits.
Yeah, so this is now pit stop time then as they come through. Is our driver tracker working? 90 laps to go, 86 to go. No, our driver tracker stopped working up here in the comms box. We've got no data on it, so we'll see if that works.
Of course, Castro Neves is the first one to pit.
Yeah, they're all coming in now as well, changing over.
Megan, it's okay.
Keep it
Don't
low.
worry.
That's all I'm saying. You don't need 10.
Right, we've got our data back as well. Colton Herta's got a problem on the front left wheel, and that's disaster for Herta. Poor qualifying, a poor season, and amid rumours that he's joining Formula 1 next year as well, it all goes into smoke as well. And there's a wheel not loose. There was a wheel not loose, and that's going to be a penalty if this season's been anything to go by in IndyCar, because the wheel not's loose in the pit lane. It'll be a drive-through penalty, surely coming the way. Almost missed match point of the Williams game the other day. Oh, Tom. That's really bad as well. And that's because of the internet not working as well, isn't it? Yeah, I know what that feels like. We missed a set, actually, last time out.
The internet's been trying to get on my nerves all day, ever since last night.
Bal GP says that pit stop really hurt Herta. It really has. It's put him right down to last position, as that's Alexander Rossi getting past the third by Callum Ilott. Ilott passes Rossi then into turn 1 in the Andretti hairpin, and the Andretti car is not going to like that of Alexander Rossi.
Did I tell you about that, by the way?
What?
The internet last night at 1 o'clock.
Did it go off?
Yes. Though, do you know what's strange?
What?
No problem with the internet itself, and the only thing that was working was the extender.
Oh.
The other one wasn't working at all, and it wouldn't work on Chromecast or my laptop.
Very
Only
bizarre.
our phones.
Yeah, that one is very bizarre. as I come through. Battle of third then, Ilott versus Rossi, and Rossi's beginning to close up as well. He's beginning to find the time that he needs to begin to push, begin to have the hunt as well through the corkscrew section as well, looking quite good. And the second, and I mean it, the second we get our correct audios back, you will know, because it will literally go pop. So we're 11 laps in of 95. Keep your fingers crossed and start praying that Sky Sports F1 get their problem fixed, as it looks like the number 3 of Scott McLaughlin is going to have some action ready as well.
Lucas. And also, Castroneves, what have you been doing to only have 100 seconds of push to pass left?
Well, we have 150 in this race, not the 200, so he's only used 50 seconds, which is still a lot in the opening 10 laps, yeah. Into the pits.
The pit for some of it.
Yeah. Is that used reds, Josh? I can't quite tell on my side of the picture. They look used to me, not stickers.
They do look used, maybe just a couple of laps.
And
qualifying.
Could be. That would mean that they've got a fresh set through them then. That should be okay. I think Newgarden just put on sticker blacks as well.
They probably want to save the rest for the end of the race.
Yeah, give them some better strategies. It's a 3-stock race here at Laguna Seca as well. So that should be good. They fueled them low in the first stint as well. 3 stoppers. We're expecting the next around about lap 36 in the race as well. And then again at lap 57. And then again at lap 82 to take us to the end of the race on a 12-lap splash and dash. That is what one engineer said. iRideBook says going to catch up on the race after watching the football game. No worries. Make sure to sync up with our commentary. It's easy because the green flag, when it goes on here, at the top here, it's when the green flag actually falls. So it's easy for you to sync up as Power locks up coming into the Andretti hairpin as well and gets it still through turn 1 and he's leading the race. Go on, say that again, Josh. Who's in the pits?
Connor Daly's in the pits.
Right, Daly dives in then from Ed Carmenter Racing. Devlin Di Francesco is going to move up the order then as Lundgaard goes to 9th as well. So Di Francesco does move up into 11th as Power's going to have to now decide whether or not he pits or not. But Pato O'Ward hunting down for 2nd position after Rossi's pit stop gambles.
I think that O'Ward is...
Oh, Kellett's off again.
Needing to pit soon.
Yeah, Dalton Kellett is off again, coming through turn 9 at the Rayner curve.
Where did he... How?
Where there's a will, there's a way. Just went
Will something happen if I bring the Marker of Doom out?
Possibly.
For no reason.
Hopefully.
Kellett goes straight on, and bumping over the curbs, and it's a downhill section there. Still 110 metres drop, and...
Something did happen. Alexander Rossi decided to pit.
So Rossi does do the gamble we predicted him to do, and comes into the pit lane, which is great news.
So did Grosjean.
So 4th and 5th both come in as well. Don't know if you heard what Lee Diffie just said there as well, that Zach Brown is here this weekend, the head of IndyCar. Let's go down pit road.
When you see all the signatures on the front of the car there, Alexander Rossi's last race for Andretti Autosport. Every crew member on the team signed the front of the car for him. He will take that home as a souvenir, but man, an absolute handful on those used reds. They went to sticker reds there, Townsend, so now their red runs will be out of the way for the rest of the day.
So nice time to have a look down at the field as well. Look, Rossi pits, Grosjean in the pit lane as well. Johnson in. Hertis at the fastest lap of the race so far as well on a 1:14.296 on the last time out as well. And this is just getting spectacular once again as the racing continues. Oh, a lot of dust kicked up in front of Alexander Rossi. Not sure why as things stand. And that's Rossi looking to the inside again. This time at the 16.
O'Ward pits.
O'Ward dives into the pit lane.
Thought he needed it.
Rossi's trying to pass Simona Di Silvestro to, I think, get through to 50th position. Yes, it's not for lap opportunities. Ilott returns to 2nd. Palou goes up into 3rd as Pato O'Ward pits and Pagenaud pits as well. So red stickers off, black primaries on for Pato O'Ward as he gets going in the race as well. And now starts to push hard as he can, fast as he can. Venus VK dives into the pit lane as well, and hopefully makes this going to be a nice smooth run now. The first pit stop onto green flags as well being made. No one making any yellow flag pit stops that make everybody go, what's the strategy now?
If anyone makes a yellow flag pit stop, or if it's even a yellow,
Yeah, that's what we're wondering as well, isn't it?
I will leave at 10:30.
VK gets out the pit lane as well and joins back through in 24th position. Powers. Rears are completely gone, we've been told by Power as well in our ears.
Pits.
Yeah, I don't know if you. I hope you heard that at home. The fader is all the way up as well, and we can.
Here we are.
Race leader in. Will Power dives in to the pit lane from the lead here.
If he doesn't nearly crash into the tyres on the way in.
Kevin Lee.
Sticker set of alternates. Going to primary Firestone. Speedway fuel this time. Mission accomplished on the first end for Will Power. The gap was 5 seconds. Rolling away. Solid pit stop for the Verizon team.
And solid pit.
Megs, you've noticed something you don't like.
Because I saw a massive gush come out from where near the fuel tank was.
So something was sloshing around
when
there.
he went through. I don't know whether it's now
Hope it's the
fuel on the
water.
side of a car or if
Burned. It doesn't.
they left it open. I don't know. Or maybe they just forgot to stop it.
With the water.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, spray it with the water. Maybe they forgot about it. Well, hopefully everything's going to be okay coming through as well. There's Paddo Award. But Ilott leads, Palou second, Rosenquist third, Lundgaard fourth. Power, though, breezing past everybody out there today, Josh, as well. And Megan, did you not get the memo about wearing black? All right, okay. Leggings don't count. Did you miss the memo? Although, we'll let you off black polka dots.
Yeah.
All right. We'll
Also, I did miss a memo because you never told me anything about wearing black. I wore black the day after.
All right.
Complete black.
Callum Ilott dives into the pit lane as well then from the lead of the race. Pelos will take the lead over as things stand. Do we have Sky Sports? I think we might, you know. Tom? Is Tom Gamemore talking? No. All right, no, nothing from Tom Gamemore yet.
Yeah, I need more black shirts.
We'll get you some. Ilott into the pit lane. Sato pits as well then. Out here on the circuit, on board with Marcus Ericsson, the Swedish driver, the Indy 500 winner of 2022, just watching on as well. Sato drops down the order now in the pit lane to 19th as things stand. Finally, the sweet sound of the cars is what we've got used to, haven't we, in the past couple of weeks.
It is.
Doesn't really work that much with MotoGP, which annoys me sometimes.
No, that kind of just kills your eardrums.
Yeah, I think it goes really quiet, then really loud, and then
It's
really quiet
either
again.
Racing or we're racing.
Yeah, touring cars, Formula 1, Formula 2, Formula 3, all that lot works beautifully.
It's like the sound of music, literally.
Yeah. Anything else, it doesn't really work that well as Grosjean dives up the inside of Simona Di Silvestro for 14th place. Grosjean makes it up now as well and takes the position with some ease as we're on lap 17 of 95. We've got 79 laps to go, but now 78 laps to go as well. And we've run caution-free in the opening stage as well.
Say it.
Well, this race last year ran caution-free. Nothing happened. As well as there goes McLaughlin.
Say it again, I dare you.
McLaughlin's going for a move. McLaughlin now gets through as well. He's just passed, I think, that of Kyle Kirkwood. Rahal comes into the pit lane now from further down in the field, which is nice to see. Heard nothing at the moment from Sky Sports F1 at the moment as well about Tom Gamemore, whether or not he's coming through. But Grosjean's coming through. There is Graham Rahal putting on a brand new set of sticker red compound tyre, the alternates. 3 drivers now on alternates. Alexander Rossi, David Malukas and Graham Rahal on the sticker reds. Everybody else is on the black primary tyres. Add to that, Colton Herta. He's just taken some. Be quiet. Go on, Max.
Right. How is Newgarden so high up in the standings now? When I last looked, he was 5th.
Well, where is Newgarden on the timing screen? He's,
No, I mean on the actual championship.
In the race, he's in 5th position with Power in 4th. So the championship is putting him
So if he goes out,
26 points back. Yeah, if Power retires and Newgarden wins.
I originally picked Newgarden. It's like Sophie's choice. I don't know whether to go with what I know or
what you need to change. Yeah, yeah. Harvey into the pit lane then.
I'll pick halfway through and I can properly.
Yeah.
debate it.
Harvey comes into the pit lane then as well. It's lap 19 and 95. Again, apologies.
The Silvestro pits.
Say it again. We didn't hear that at all, Josh, on our side again. Sorry,
The
friends.
Silvestro pits.
Ah, thank you. So Simona's in the pit lane. Okay. It just came over as gargled in our earphones. Didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
As well.
You never know. I could have just been going pitted.
Probably. Anyway, as I was saying just beforehand, in the racing as well, we do apologise for the audio issues. That it's not our fault for once. Usually, audio issues are our fault.
But for once,
yeah, either the camera freezes and you can hear us, or the audio breaks and you can
Race
still see
leader
us.
Alex Blow into the pits.
Cheers. So.
This will probably be a two-stopper here. We'll have to save a little fuel later. Right now, people are cycling.
So right now, people are cycling throughout the race distance. That's very interesting to hear. Palou does a 6
seconds.
second. That's tyres then. Don't think he's taken much fuel going in there as well. But yeah, the sound issues usually as well, and previously as well, you can hear the track action going on behind us. Even we're not hearing the track action at the moment. Sky have got a problem at the moment, and they are trying to fix it on their end, but it's affecting us as well. But we can still see, we've still got all the timing data, and we'll just keep the commentary on as normal as well, pretty much like we used to, really, before we got the upgrade. But he was into pit lane. Carl Kirkwood, as Josh said, into the pit lane as well from 18th.
Palou wasn't very confident coming out of the pit lane.
No, those tyres, well, still very cold, but he's not giving it the full throttle yet, is he? He's not getting those wheels spinning and heating them up.
He kept going near the grassy, sandy bits, and he wasn't very confident. I don't think he... Right now, he's still not very confident. I think he needs to definitely warm those tyres up quick if he wants to get that confidence back.
Felix Rosenquist has the lead of this race as well, and he's got 97 seconds of push to pass left out there as well in this field. I think Tom Gamer's now replying to some tweets as well on Twitter. Hopefully, Tom, if you can't do it there, just hop on your phone and join us in the comments box. You've got permission.
It's been 21 minutes, and Jimmy Johnson has already used like 103 seconds of push to pass.
Literally about to mention that, Megan.
Yeah, and I literally looked and mentioned it to you lot literally not even 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, Johnson down to 47 seconds, and it was 150.
Who have you been passing during that time? Literally, people have been in the pit lane. It's free lots of getting past people.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. Johnson going through there as well. As this is Dixon versus Herter now. We're seeing the bats on the track as well. As Dixon's in 14th, Herter's in 15th, and they're trying to negotiate their way together as well as they come through the dune section as well. Up towards now, turn 5, the quick kink as well to the left, then back up the hill to turn 6, down the Rahal straight towards the corkscrew section. Now, this is turn 5, as we were talking about, real hard part of the track to rise up as well. The corkscrew puts fear into everybody as well because it's such a quick drop. 110 stories as well, as you heard Josh mention earlier on, just dropping right down. It's terrifying.
Wow.
Imagine dropping 110 stories.
Do you know you fit your own tooth?
No.
Imagine dropping 110 stories. That would be a very, very long way down.
Yeah, don't like it. Not at all.
How did I do that?
No clue, Max. But they do it in IndyCars. Wants to come through. Palou's done the fastest lap of the race, a 1:14.285. So Alex Palou's getting closer, getting quicker, and getting more exciting as well.
I wonder if Lundgaard's going to take the lead at all.
Lundgaard probably will take the lead eventually as well. I must say, again, as everybody keeps joining in and I see the viewer count going up, I'd apologise for that. We've got no track noise as well. Sky F1 had an issue, which means that they've put the NBC and the track noise together because they've had a sound problem at their HQ. So it's not separated as it usually is, which is really annoying for us as well. But during the ad breaks, we can throw the faders up, and we like doing that as well because we can hear things as well. But Herter, we're on board with now. He's running down. Where is Herter on the board? I've lost him. He's down in 15th position
Lundgaard's
with
not
Dixon
gonna lead.
as well. Yeah, Lundgaard's into the pits.
Yeah, he's not going to lead.
Yeah, not going to lead at all. So Rosenquist will continue leading this race. Will Power will take second place back, and Power, the champion-elect, going for only his second ever champion.
Let's hope he gets
Ship.
it.
Yeah, championship was supposed to be the ending there to that sentence before my brain got distracted by something else.
Lundgaard pits.
Yep, diving in. And Malukas pits as well, Josh. So Malukas has gone into the pit lane as they come through. Megan?
I wonder who's going to have a faster pit.
Wish we could see, but we're on basic coverage at the moment up here.
I reckon it's going to be longer.
Yeah, I'm turning that up a little bit, actually, so I can hear in my ears only. Or yours too, but it's bugging me that we can't hear anything. So there's Malukas.
Oh!
Yeah, it's a good stop there, wasn't it? Quite quick.
That was.
Yeah, tear off as well for the aero screen. And he's put black primary tyres on as well. So a super stop there as well. If your name is David Malukas. I just had to look at you there because Megan doesn't say the name David as it comes through. As they go back on. Who do you think's going to win this race then? At the moment, into the first pit stops. Power's got the net lead because Rosenquist hasn't stopped yet in 23 laps.
I thought Rossi was. So then, where's Rossi? 7th.
Newgarden pits for the first time today. Joseph Newgarden dives in then. And he will take on, presumably, alternate red tyres because he started the race on the black primaries. Go on, miss.
I'm sticking with Rossi.
Stick with Rossi. Let's go down pit lane as well with the Duck.
He said, yes, all I'm losing is the rears a little bit. He's on the primaries, and they're pitting here on a hill, which I'm sure does not make it easy, Townsend. One of those sticker alternate tires for Joseph Newgarden, who made it 23 laps into that run. We'll see now how he does on these alternate tires.
I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, thanks for that, guys, as well out there. What do you think, Megs? He's putting on the alternate tyres, as we said, as well. So he's going to have more pace, more power. Can he catch Willpower? I know, I can't resist it. Sorry, go on. Can he catch Willpower?
If you don't crash into him, possibly. Doesn't mean he's still going to win.
I'm just going to slowly descend like I did not hear that pun.
Sorry.
I liked it.
And into the pit lane comes Felix Rosenquist as well. So Rosenquist dives in.
Giving Will the power back.
Probably.
Get it?
Now, is this going to be a smooth stop from Rosenquist? That's what we need to know.
It?
Yeah. What's happening?
Did you get it?
I got it.
Good.
Alternate primaries go. No, black. Sticker red tyres going on there, the front for Felix Rosenquist as well. He'll leave the pit lane and only drop a couple of positions as well from the order.
I don't think you got it.
I didn't even hear what you were on about. I was wondering why the
Are you sure you got it?
On the inside, Grosjean going for the
back at it.
Grosjean going for the move. Can I continue with the commentary, you two?
Yes.
Grosjean going for the move up the inside, passing Scott McLaughlin for 7th position as well. So a fantastic move there. As the rest of the field continues racing, Power, Palou, Pato, Award. And this is how the field looks now after everyone's pit stop. So everyone's now pitted, and that is the running order. What were you on about?
I said that has given Will the power back.
I didn't hear it.
You get it at least.
I get it, of course I get it.
Good.
Megan, I would have to have no brain cells in order not to get that joke. Willpower is given the power back.
I know a certain person that wouldn't.
Let's not talk about Ian Burch.
No.
Dad would get that in an instant. In fact, he's quite quick at the moment as well.
He'd make that point.
He would actually make that point. Actually, great commentary from Ian Burch this morning in the Formula 1 race as well. Nice to have him back in the commentary box for the first time since the British Grand Prix, considering Madam here didn't decide not to turn up for work. As well. He'll be back with us in Singapore, though. 2-hour race there as well. Always goes the time. Are you ready for it?
No.
And you've got W Series as well.
Oh, joy.
That'll probably go to the distance as well. Half hour plus 1 lap. What do I mean? Every W Series race goes to the distance.
I was going to say.
Of 30 minutes plus 1 lap.
It's like they have no choice.
Yeah, they really don't have a choice. Formula 1 do usually go as well 2 hours plus 1 lap at Singapore. It really is that bad.
Maybe even more.
Yeah. Although at least we've got a lot better of working out when the last lap is at 45-minute plus 1 lap races.
About 3 hours that way.
Yeah. Anyway, action continuing as that is Pagano who's holding up Ericsson and Lundgaard as things stand up the hill through Ray Hall Straight into the corkscrew.
Ray Hall on BK.
That's what happens behind the scenes on NBC. We're going ahead there as well, so they haven't fixed their sky issues still.
I feel like
You're
we've
watching
been stuck
NBC's
on lap
coverage.
26
Say again, Mace.
forever. I feel like we've been stuck on lap 26 forever.
Well, it's 69 to go.
Oh.
Say again, Josh.
Hello, Simful.
Hey, Cynthia. Cynthia. Hello, Cynthia. Yeah, we haven't got any audio in the back as Pelot goes to the inside line, and that's for a powered lead change. Lead change. Alex Pelot takes the lead of the Grand Prix of Monterey here at Laguna Seca. He gets ahead of Will Power, and that's the first on-track move for the lead we've seen all day long.
It's refreshing.
Yeah, nice up the inside. A sweet move as well.
Let's see how that's affected for standings. Not that much.
What's the gap between it? So,
Though now Scott Dixon's back into second.
yeah, because that's because he's back up. Dixon, where is he on the standings?
Second.
13th in the running order, and Newgarden's 12th. So, how on earth?
Though
that's-
Newgarden...
Hang on, how's that happened?
Wait, now...
If Newgarden's down in...
third, 1 point separates them on the championship.
But why has Dixon got more points, considering that it was Newgarden ahead of Dixon coming into the race? That's a bit bizarre.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know.
Dixon was second.
Alex Pelot gets himself out of title
I
contention,
think
so
that
it's
was
Scott
by
McLaughlin,
a
yeah.
point or so then, too.
Honestly, as points stand, it is Will Power. As let's go through, say, Synthol, I missed everything. What happened? Nothing. Nothing's happened.
Let's keep it that way.
No cautions, no yellows, no cars out. Dalton Kellett's had a spin at the corkscrew. That is it. Nothing else has happened.
Colton Herter.
Yeah. Megan, what did you drop on there? Your ring. Is it okay? Did that just slip off your finger?
I was dangling it on my finger.
That's your own fault then. Into the pit lane comes Colton Herter as well. Changes over from red alternates, puts on used. Oh, they're brand new black primaries. Oh, off. It's it's exit turn 3, just running off the track, and it looks to me like it could be Pagano, and it is Pagano. Simon Pagano running off the track, coming out of turn 3.
Sinful enters the chat. Someone goes off.
Yeah, well, I did it earlier on with Dalton Kellett. I said, we
Yeah,
haven't had a caution yet.
The two of you don't do it.
Yeah.
Right now, the only one who's not doing it is Josh.
Has he been punted off there by Marcus Ericsson? Goes to the inside at turn 3, and
Yes.
Ericsson hits him. Off goes Pagano, and he was looking to keep out of the wall there, but Marcus Ericsson is getting his elbows out, trying to go for the title here. Wow, that's a bit of a dangerous one.
Chance.
Yeah, that's a long one.
Yeah.
Loving the off. Why is VK 16th? Actually VK got forced off the track on the opening lap of the race.
And he's had a very bad day.
Deborah Presley says as well, if Power crashes out somehow, Dixon will be there to snatch the championship up. Absolutely.
If Newgarden doesn't get there first.
Yeah, Newgarden's 11th, Dixon's 13th, but it's going to be
And
like
now
that.
it's second and third again. They keep swapping.
Swap them all the way around as well and
also-
see what happens. What are you all about,
Musical
Josh?
chairs.
Also, Dalton Kellett became the new Mazza spin.
He didn't know. 2 spins. He went off the track down at the bottom of the hill as well at turn 9 and 10 at Rainy Curve. So Jimmy Johnson's 25th at the moment. It looks like we're not going to have Tom Gamble for the race, which is annoying, which means Sky aren't going to fix their audio issues unless they're waiting for the next ad break. That doesn't usually stop them as well. But come on. We just want our audio back. We want to be able to hear the cars. Johnson's in the pits, I think, to out. Is
That's a
Johnson
bit too
out?
long.
Yeah. In the rookie points as they run, Lundgaard would be the rookies champion as well by 14 points to Malukas.
There's someone with a name beginning with L needs to win something in these sports, but all the rest of them aren't doing much at the minute.
Matt Lucas. Dixon Pitts.
Even Lewis
Yeah.
isn't doing much in F1.
No.
Seriously, the L's need to up their game this year.
Lewis with no wins this year in Formula 1 either, which is a bizarre. This happened yesterday as well, and that is not Simona Di Silvestro, I'd just like to point out as well. Coming
Changed
through.
a lot.
Yeah, Simona hasn't could change that as well. A few more lines. But no, that's not Simona Di Silvestro, I can guarantee you as well.
face.
There was Simona Di Silvestro just alongside. 6.6 second stop for Dixon. Puts on a black primary set of tyres as well. Looks good. Sounds like a caution is needed, says Sinsel. Don't say that. Megan might actually leap up the chair and have a go at you.
Join and disconnect
fly
on
to
spot
where you
1
are.
and then something will happen because that's simple.
Would you guys like seeing Ilott get his maiden victory, says Deborah? Yes. Callum Ilott from Great Britain getting his maiden victory as well. I absolutely would love to see it. And Power's going to get the championship anyway as things stand. So, yes, please. I'd like it. I'd like that. I'm going to have a drink of Coke. Go on, Max.
I would like that too. And if there's a caution, and if this race goes past 10:30, then I am out of this box at 10:30.
Well, we've done 31 laps, Megan.
Time limit.
We've done 31 laps in 38 minutes. So that should be on your board, shouldn't it?
I have a time limit, you see.
At 10:30.
Yes, it's the only, I've worked out that I can get it done by midnight or my work if I leave by 10:30.
You do know that this show is on until 11.
Yeah, though I'm calculating it will be ending at 10:30.
So as soon as the checkered flag falls, you're leaving the complex.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's nice to get your
I'll
own meeting.
rewatch it on repeat the end of it.
That's going to get good on your reaction to everything. As Cash Neves into the pit lane as well. Scott McLaughlin dives into the pit lane as well and puts on a new black set of primary compound tyres as well. And he's actually coming out way further back in the field behind Malukas. So that pushes him down into 16th position as well for Newgarden. And that puts Joseph... where does that put it? That puts Newgarden up there as well. McLaughlin down, deeper and down. Josh, what do you got for us? I know you're about to say something.
The super sub is here.
Josh always standing by. He has been for IndyCar this year.
Yeah,
McLaughlin recently pit. Helio Castroneves is also just pitted. So it's Alexander Rossi from 6th.
How many times has Rossi pitted?
Rossi, this is his
one before, second stop.
Second pit.
Yeah, it's only the second stop, so he hasn't been that forward as well. But again, second stop on that 30. Is this going to be a 4-stop race? That could be something.
Because Megan will absolutely flip out with Helio Castroneves doing more pits than needed.
He's already done 2.
Rossi and Daly pit as well for their second stops of the afternoon. Rossi leaves on black primary tyres as well. Now, he last pitted on lap 14, so he's taken it another 14-odd laps as well. So Rossi is remaining on schedule here. Now, that's 2 stops in 30 laps, 4 stops. 5. It could be a 5-stop race. That is unheard of. The track temperature.
That's half of 10, Megan.
Yes. Oh! And that was Dalton Kellett nearly taking out the number 2 of Joseph Newgarden coming through the top of the hill down the Rahal Straight. Almost running on the back of him.
Dalton Kellett getting more like Nikita Mazepin every single lap with spinning and blocking people.
Every time he does it, I take a drink.
Yeah, it's going to be a full Dalton Kellett and Nikita Mazepin moment, as that is Marcus Ericsson pulling into the pit lane, the number 8 Husky Chocolate.
So the 107th winner of the Indy 500 dives into the pit lane then and changes over to black primary tyres, brand new from all black primaries. It was a slow stop, actually. The fuel was already done, 8 seconds, and hardly any fuel. Pagano pits too, so that's going to cost Ericsson another 2 seconds that he didn't need.
It did.
Yeah, and it's dropped him right deeper and down outside of the points-paying positions as well. The big juicy points as well.
There's a replay.
Yes, this is Ericsson at the inside. There's the contact with Dalton Kellett, and Newgarden is getting completely caught out by the change of speed and almost running up the back of him and jumping over the top of him.
I don't know what to think of that.
I don't know. Ericsson went for a good move. Kellett seems to back off. I think that's Kellett.
I feel like it is a chain reaction from what Marcus Ericsson did.
Just slipping up the inside, and it's just too many cars in the same part of the track too quick.
Though I don't feel like Kellett should have slowed down.
Deborah says, fingers crossed, but I'm hoping for a safety car and restart. Megan's not. Cynthia says, nope, didn't work, unfortunately.
Let's have a talk.
I am going to.
Cynthia says, I'm going to say there will be a caution in lap 42, his favourite number.
I'm going to put the marker of doom there. So
Who wants to talk? Who wants to talk?
Megs, if there's a caution, it's not going to last that long.
You say that.
Just 10 minutes. See, it is America. Don't shout. You're going to blow the mic again. I had to repair your microphone. It blew when you were on the science rant last week at the Netherlands. Your mic actually blew. It blew one of the ribbons. I had to replace it by hand with a spare.
In other words, you broke the microphone.
Yeah, she broke the mic. She broke a £180 headset. And I shout into these things, and you broke it.
The power of Megan's rants.
Yeah.
I also am the loudest in the family. I just don't shout the loudest I can because it literally deafens people.
That's why I don't enjoy the fact that we give her a microphone and have to increase her volume, because when she normally talks, she's quite quiet.
Exactly. That's why I try and be quiet. Like this, me talking right now, does this sound like I'm raising my voice?
Yeah, it sounds like your normal commentary voice.
Yeah, this is my natural speaking voice.
Do you see why I have to turn her down every now and then? That just went right through me. Anyway, back on the power. Synth will be happy. Here is VK coming through as well. And he's about to be passed by Alexander Rossi as well for 10th position as well. Rossi trying to come through. VK can't find a way through. Deborah says if we get a restart, it may lead to an ILOP victory. She's right. What do you want more?
I want to get my work done before midnight.
That's your fault. VK go wide at the last corner. Rossi goes to the inside line. Rossi goes inside down towards turn 1, the wheel-to-wheel into the Andretti hairpin. And it's Rossi who gets back ahead of VK. Into the first 2 corners. Lovely done as we hear the acceleration of the cars at the exit. Beautiful, beautiful.
Very good from the person I want to win today. And Jack Harvey pits. Hopefully he's not on a third. No, he's going on to the second.
Second stop of the day for Jack Harvey as things stand as well. Lap 35 and 95, lap 36 of the 95. We've got 60 laps to go here as well in Monterey at Laguna Seca. And down in towards turn 1. Well, it's Laguna Seca, but it's Laguna Seca.
A quick reminder
but it's Laguna Seca.
I was 10 when I did that first GCSE.
Hmm.
Do you know we were talking about it the other day?
Yes. Where's your brain gone today?
No, I've just been thinking. It's bad enough that my brain didn't work earlier on to make hot chocolate, okay?
Yeah, okay, just take it down. Joseph Newgarden into the pit lane, but he only just pitted a few laps ago. Was this a replay? Yes, it is. No, it's not. Is that live? Yes, it is. Is that? Yeah, Newgarden pits. What? That's his second stop, but Newgarden only just pitted a few laps ago. He's put on the black primaries now, and he was on sticker reds, but Newgarden, his second stop of the race, but I swear he only pitted like 6 or 7 laps ago. It was not that long ago at all. Josh is now frantically trying to check out when that's came into the pit lane. But that should not be happening, as now McLaughlin is desperately trying to hold off Malukas as well. Over 11th place, VK's 11th, McLaughlin 12th, Malukas is 13th, and Newgarden comes out in 10th position. But his tyres aren't up to temperature yet. There's still time to be found. It's never too late. Kylie once said that, didn't she?
10 to 13 laps ago.
Say again, Josh.
In lap was lap 26.
Yeah, and it's lap 37, so he's only been on it 10 laps.
What did you do in the meantime?
Newgarden must have shredded those primaries.
Did he go off and we didn't see?
No, could have done. He could have had something wrong, but yeah, that's unusual for him to stop again. He's lost track position a lot now. He's down to 9th.
Lungard.
Second stop of the day, though. He was the first to pit, though, wasn't he, Lungard? So.
No, he wasn't.
Lungard's on the alternate. So are we only seeing that the alternate tyre could only do 10 laps? We didn't see that in practice. In practice, we saw they could do 15, the same amount as the alternate tyre, which is the black primaries.
Again, it's going to be like 9 stops. Don't.
Well, this could be interesting. This could get very interesting here as we go through the corkscrew. Palou leads by 10.3 seconds to Power. But Power is beginning to drop back now in the standings as well. What have you got, Josh?
Megan would go crazy watching a 500-mile race with the amount of pit stops. And I think we need a dedicated sound person just constantly. And here is side by side.
VK going up the inside and holding off Malukas. Malukas trying to come back on the inside line as well. Coming up Rahal straight into the corkscrew and through. Beautifully goes Malukas.
Well, I have watched a 500-mile race.
Yeah, but at Daytona, they pit more than they do in Indy.
Still. There's an explanation for that because of how the
You're on about in a normal race.
In a normal race, when it's not a track where you need to necessarily pit a lot, I don't see the need to have 10 pit stops.
For those of you interested, by the way, the Grand Prix review will be on tomorrow at 5 p.m. The reason it's late and delayed is because we still haven't received the official results yet from everything. So we want to get everything...
I lot
stopped, and that's going to bring out a caution! Callum Ilott! Oh no! He stopped coming out of the pit lane, and Callum Ilott, I was hopeful.
Well, I guess no one's happy then, aren't we?
He was a hopeful to take the win, and he stopped. Below pits. Ilott, it's just coming out of the pit lane, this was. Oh.
Well, I guess nobody's happy.
Power, Rosenquist, all into the pit lane, but we've stayed green. They still might be able to get this car sorted, Meg. They might be able to refire it without having to throw a caution. So it's not over yet. As below pits, Kirkwood leaves the pit lane 9.9 seconds. Black Prime with a lot of fuel going in there as well for play. They have to hold him for Will Power coming in as well. So the race leader gets held off. Rosenquist nearly makes contact with him as well. And the top six are in as well with Grosjean coming in as well. But Ilott has already dropped down the order, but we haven't gone caution yet. We haven't gone caution. We're still in the green. So what is going to happen? The pits are open. And the car's still there, pit exit.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Local yellows at the moment. To me, that needs to be a full course yellow if they can't get that car restarted soon. It's getting a bit dangerous, but everyone's diving into the pit lane. They can't close the pits and throw a caution.
Wait, why? When they see a car that's
they
outside
go
of the
it.
pits thing, just like,
Don't get me
I have a
started on
brilliant idea, everyone, let's pit.
long safety cars and long cautions.
Malukas pits, Rossi pits, VK, Devlin Di Francesco, Herta,
Caution.
Sato, full course caution gets called finally. So 39 laps, we ran caution free, almost half distance at this race. And there, finally, the double yellows go out. We go caution here as well at the Grand Prix of Monterey. Well, it had to happen, didn't it, as well? The two yellows go out. Ilott's completely stuck, and it's not working. The car's just died, and the AMR safety team must be sent back out in order to refire the car.
You all had to mention it, didn't you?
Well, if the AMR safety team can refire the car and they don't need to get it out of the way, this won't be a long caution. It'll only be about 2 minutes or so. And look, he's just crawling out the pit lane. That's the car died.
If he felt it going that way, he should have gone on the grass, not thinking, do you know what, I'm going to stop on the track.
I don't think he
in
had
the
the
way
power.
of people.
I don't think he had the power to do so as well.
Ilott didn't have the willpower to get onto the grass.
Third of the day. As power still actually. Oh, and that was contact a little bit. There was contact between Palou and O'Ward as well in the stop. Just to trigger the front wing. So he got held for power, got released, and then in comes Rosenquist, and they did chop the front wing. How lucky was Palou not to lose the front wing there, Megs?
Very, because it would have gone into one of the mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very lucky. In pit road, probably not our first pit road incident of the day. The three vertical yellow lights flashing side by side on all of the cars in the cockpit for the course and on board with willpower now. He's going to need a lot of willpower to get this championship done, I can tell you that. Fourth of the day.
He's getting close as well as Joseph Newgarden as well. That's something to watch out for.
People had to mention, oh, I think there's going to be a full course caution. Everyone had to. But one day,
I've got
I needed
my
to
marker
be out
of,
early.
I mean, a couple of laps earlier, I did go like that with my marker of dooms. Yeah.
Also, Sinful said there'll be a caution on lap 42. It's lap 39. I'm getting close to lap 42. So technically he was right.
You better stop on lap 42.
Might go green lap 43 just to annoy you as well. As well, Megan, it's only 9:22 and we're nearly past halfway. You're fine.
I better be.
What if we run caution free? The rest of the race should be fine.
Why?
Oh.
There's Ilott walking back. Chance of a race win gone as well.
Oh, he looks aggravated. Also, what's on his hand? That's his gloves like imprinted.
Well, Ilott did have a hand injury as well, and he missed a couple of races earlier on in the year. So
obviously, it still has not healed.
Yeah, probably just a restrainer strap or something as well to make sure that the bone or something is okay. It doesn't get hit inside the car. As there's 4 yellow flags there. I've just noticed in the stand there.
Why do they need that many?
Don't know. It's a bit weird.
In case it flies off.
In case one of them breaks and it's a yellow. I don't know. Nice to have backups, I suppose.
Imagine having a yellow because the yellow broke.
Has Ilott's car restarted? Or is it... No, Ilott's car's out of the race.
Well,
We've seen him
given
out
we
of
just
it.
saw him
Yes.
walking away, I would be terrified if it had.
Fair point.
Also, Megan.
We've got Herbie.
Good
Going
point.
around.
Pointed out by Simple. Good news, Megan. Corson breeds Corsons.
That's another point as well, actually. Yellows breed yellows.
Do you know what my fists do? They break things.
Don't worry, since you're safe over there in the Netherlands. Megan is afraid of flying and she's afraid of boats.
I'm not afraid of flying that much.
We don't talk about the ferry which
I would
leaves
gladly.
and goes straight to the Netherlands, though.
We won't mention the fact that Megan once threw up at the Ross Tiger as well and didn't go on the boat. And that doesn't go anywhere. It's literally just a body of water.
I don't go near
Think
boats, I
all
will
I
go
would
near a
run.
plane.
So you'd rather drown. You're more scared of drowning than you are of crashing an airplane.
Yes.
Okay, fair point. Fair point. I'll leave that with you.
Drowning's painful. And prolonged.
Okay, let's leave that there. Let's leave that there. Lap 41 of 95 as well, coming into this one as well.
Also, I can't swim.
Fair point. What, look, that'll make you happy.
I have no defence.
That'll make you happy.
Good.
Lap 42, we're under caution, but it's one to go to the green. So lap 43, we restart. Synthel's a magician. We did say, didn't we? We said that.
And you said it would go
go green lap 43.
Just to annoy me.
Yeah. And
It's happened.
They like annoying you today, the IndyCar lot.
Well, I mean, in Formula One, I wasn't allowed to speak. In IndyCar, they like annoying Megan.
Saving fuel. We've heard from Joseph Newgarden now, so just save fuel as much as you can because he's out of position here, big time. Is Newgarden. Where is he on the board anyway, Joseph Newgarden? He's in 5th position. Do not miss the finish. 54 laps to go.
Well, thank you for the update.
I know, we're watching the app. I mean, why does it need to send us an update?
Don't miss the finish. 54 laps to go. What a time to actually send it. Not 50 laps to go, 54.
I think it's because we're going green as well. And also, why send it on the app when we are watching the app?
Exactly that. Don't miss the finish. How can we? You're making us miss things when you're putting it on there.
Why does it say lap 42 of 95? I thought it would go into 99.
Yeah. It's a 95 lap. No, it's 95.
Simple's just said, imagine red flag, skullface Megan.
Okay, well, let's ignore that and let's get ready to go green, green, green.
I can think.
Well,
one thing I would do with that red flag if it happened.
Okay, well, let's go racing again then. Pelot will lead them to the green flag. It'll be a single file restart then. Pelot, Power, Rosenquist from O'Ward as well. Out of the last corner then at turn 11. Green flag, race on again here at Laguna Seca. And it's a big twitch from everybody to get the power down. And that's Rossi as well as dropped back further back. But Rosenquist might go round the outside and take Will Power in towards turn 2 at the Andretti hairpin. Is he going to do it? Oh, it's a bit of a dangerous move. And he's still holding in there. But Power holds second. Rosenquist is just to go down to 3rd position. Side by side for the back. Dust getting kicked up. No sign of anybody having contact. Everyone makes it through safely. And Pelot, a magical restart. He's 8/10 clear already of Will Power.
Impressive.
Yeah, I thought it would be yellow breed yellow, but Power leads at the moment the championship.
If it breeds yellow, I'm extincting them.
Yeah, 32 points as well. Back is Joseph Newgarden.
FIA safety people would not like you if you extincted yellows.
Trust me, my friend told me she's terrified to ever go on holiday with me because of how I'd act to people if they pester me to go in shops. I gave her a few suggestions since she's on holiday at the moment. She said that she loves my replies, so they're kind of scary.
Newgarden's through on O'Ward.
Yeah. Pato's dropped down now to 5th position. Newgarden is up into 4th position. So Joseph Newgarden now is, well, he hasn't updated yet, has it? But he's closing in on the points gap to Will Power.
Want to see the example?
Championship contender of the 5, starting inside the Firestone Fast 6. Now, as this race 5 are in the top.
I didn't do that.
What?
That's not me. That's not me. That's Sky. Sky's meddling with the audio again.
As it goes.
Right up the inside. Man, he leaves no margin for error.
Okay, we've got audio. Hey, Sky are meddling with it, and we've got audio. Not through the correct channel, but we've got the audio. Well, halfway there. Well done, guys. Okay, right, we've got audio back, and we're back in business. Okay, Palou leads, Power second, Rosenquist is third, Newgarden fourth, fifth for Award, sixth for Grosjean, seventh McLaughlin, eighth Ericsson, ninth Lundgaard, 10th in Dixon. And oh boy, Megan, Josh, is it good to have audio back in our ears?
Do you know those replies I said to the thing?
Yeah.
Giving her examples of what to say to people. Those are them. Don't read them out loud because they're too evil. Say what you think of them.
Yeah, I can't read it, but that's the same.
Newgarden up the inside of Rosenquist, up in towards the corkscrew.
So Newgarden goes to third, Rosenquist drops down into fourth position as well. Game, set, match. The gap now 27 points. That's it. 27 points separate Will Power and Joseph Newgarden as things stand, which is great news. And what have you noticed?
Ding, ding, ding. We have our first person out of push to pass.
Who's that?
Jimmy Johnson.
So he's completely run out of the push to pass. He had 150 seconds coming into the day, and Grosjean up the inside of Pato O'Ward at the Andretti hairpin. And now Pato's got the cutback. Grosjean's been sent wide. They go side by side. Grosjean kicks up the dust. Coming into turn 4, and Grosjean takes it back. Passing now brilliantly Pato O'Ward.
I know someone who has a grudge now.
Yeah.
Marcus Ericsson.
Even halfway through.
I know.
Has Jimmy Johnson forgot it's 150 seconds or something?
I think
he has, you know. I honestly think he's forgotten it because now
he's going to try it now and be like, what? Oh, damn.
He's going to be really in trouble now as well. Like massively. He's going to fall to the back.
Why waste it on the first half?
Do you reckon he's got a deployment issue because it's 15 seconds maximum activation? So do you think every time he's pushed it, it's taken those 15 seconds off? Because when we were seeing it on the board, it was maximum 5s in the last numbers, wasn't it? Like 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0. So I reckon there's been a button problem there as well. But
I reckon.
Yeah, everybody now watching as well on the YouTube chat, now do you see why we were so miserable for the first 45 laps of this race? Because we had no audio, we were trying to listen in the background, nothing was working, and now look, we've got our audio back, and it just regenerates us because we can hear. Team Radio.
Be gentle back.
That's Power, who's battling with Newgarden. The two championship protagonists are together. Alex Palou, by the way, 5.6 seconds ahead of Will Power. You heard me correctly. 5.6 seconds. Newgarden is about to pass by. And if Power drops back in this race, Megan, he doesn't have to drop that far back and for Newgarden to get the points that he needs. This championship is coming in and coming in hot.
Let's hope. Let's just hope that none of the championship leaders crash out.
Palou has had to hold for a moment to let Power into his box, but there's been no...
He's got a 7-second gap he's got to make up. Now he's got the bit between his
we
teeth,
can hear
like
them.
you say, Townsend, and he's absolutely capable of doing this. Really how we've seen Joseph Newgarden winning races this year.
Okay, I'm just going to speak over instead. Right, so right now the top three are Palou, Newgarden and Power. Rosenquist is in fourth and Grosjean in fifth. Award is trying to get Grosjean in sixth.
Little touch. There was we had it, and then Sky flicked something and lost it again. Sky, we almost had perfection. We were this close. Why do you do it to us?
Do you know who has the most push to pass?
Who's got the most push to pass?
Sato.
Yeah, what a move from Newgarden as well. Yeah, Power goes down then. Joseph Newgarden. Did I miss that?
What?
Did I miss that on the TV pictures?
Yeah. I did go through.
Nicely done, Megan. Power. So Newgarden takes second. Power goes to third, and I am beyond angry at Sky Sports F1 right now.
I did, as soon as it happened, go through the running order.
Okay, thank you, Megan. Jesus Christ, guys. This is getting a bit worse out here today, isn't it, at the moment? Sky is really starting to frustrate me. Apologies, we missed that at home.
Sit and come.
No, apologies, we missed that at home as well for everyone there. It's Newgarden now into second position. Power has already dropped to 3 seconds back. So Newgarden is second. Power is third. Rosenquist is closing up into the battle for fourth position as well. And if Sky Sport, here's the move again. So into the corkscrew, Newgarden dives up the inside with a sweet move against Newgarden. And Grosjean goes side by side down to turn 2 and forces off the 7 of Felix Rosenquist. Grosjean goes up the order. And Sky F1, if you don't short out your TV sounds, then I'm sorry, but you don't deserve coverage of IndyCar because this is shocking at the moment. The audio levels, it's unwatchable coverage that you're delivering here. So Ray Hall goes ninth. He's the only driver out there on the red primers as well, Josh. But what a move from Newgarden up the inside. A great, simple move.
Yeah, that really was a good move, as we are now halfway through the race going into the corkscrew. I've been around the course car of Brands Hatch. You've been around the course car of Cadwell Park. At Cadwell Park, you've got the mountain. At Brands Hatch, you've got Paddock Hill Bend. Imagine going round the course car of Laguna Seca.
Oh, I'd be terrified.
With the corkscrew. I would not want to do that, would you?
Imagine me driving.
No.
You are not driving, Megan.
You're about as far away from driving as you can get. You're being kept out of the loop completely.
Do you know who I think needs to pit?
Who?
I think that Daly needs to pit and Rosenquist.
Everyone say who broke the sound, who broke the commentary as well. Yeah, Sky's not doing great here at the moment,
Well, that's
as we
usually
see.
me breaking the commentary, so this time it wasn't.
We have it back temporarily, but only because NBC on an ad break. So Synthel says Palou is gone. Yeah, what's the gap? 8 seconds to Power to Newgarden, and Power's in there too. So Power's dropping. The gap is down to 17 points in the standings. Will Power at the moment is champion, but that gap is beginning to drop, and the gaps are big in IndyCar as well. 50 for the win, 40 for second. That's another 10 points, and then it goes down to the 30s as well further back. So Newgarden, if he catches Palou, is going to have an interesting little situation here as they come into the braking zone. Megan.
Why is Kellett so slow?
Kellett, where is he on the pit?
As last as he can be.
And VK is slow on the driver track as well. He's had a moment somewhere.
No, he just went in the pits.
Okay.
For a long time. I think it was a fuel room.
Right, so VK, and yeah, he's a lap down, is Venus VK as well. Looking at the board. Alexander Rossi is having a Power now battle with Dixon. Let's see if he goes through. Here is Romain Grosjean. He's fourth as things stand, and he's right behind Will Power, trying to go for maximum attack as well. Proper pushing. Lap 50 of 95, 46 laps to go, and if Sky don't fix their sound soon, I'm going to cry. It's always...
Josh.
Go on, Josh.
Josh is currently planning his plans straight after the IndyCar broadcast to get in a car, go to the local airport, get in a plane, go straight down to Biggin Hill, and bang their door down into the door cannot be banged down no more.
Well, it's not Biggin Hill, is it? I need to go to London with Sky F1 HQ, which is in London itself. So that's where I need to go. I think they fixed it. Not gonna lie, I think they fixed it. They fixed it. I think they fixed it. Not gonna lie.
They better.
Lap 50 of 95. We're waiting to see, but we can hear things a lot more clear. It's only just sort of popped back, didn't it? Okay. Well, ding dong if they have. Grosjean got a bit wide, he has, and Dixon into the pits, Megan. Scott Dixon into the pit lane.
Let's see, what's he going for?
They fixed.
Wheels, that's definitely wheels.
I think I'm going to be quiet, but I think they fixed it as they come through. Dixon puts on the red soft compound tyre. That's a good stop there for Dixon. Away, 6.1 seconds. Who said something? You. What were you spotting, Megan?
They never sprayed it with water. Not. They tried to. They completely missed the car.
So it's gone completely wide.
As soon as the car started, they started to spray the water through. He'd already gone. He'd already gone. They didn't get to spray it, so that any of the fuel was cleaned away from the side of the car. So let's hope he don't crash.
Well, all the audio's gone now. I'm not even kidding. Well. This is a replay of the season, which we don't need to see.
It's fine.
It's the end of the season. Things always go wrong.
Lap 52 of 95. It's sort of a tradition, isn't it? End of the season, something goes wrong.
Taker, Dylan.
Sort
We
of
saw Scott Dixon on pit road, and the pace just hasn't for them today. So
Right, so I'm going to go through the top.
A sticker said that
pit lane, pit lane.
because he missed the fast 12 in qualifying earlier this weekend. So one positive is that they did have a set of new tires. So Dixon going to try something here, try and make some moves, try and get some track position on the racetrack here with some clean air. So one other quick note too, if the championship doesn't work out like they want it to, if he's able to complete all the laps this race, he'd be the first driver to ever complete every single lap in a season twice. That's almost 2,300 laps this year. He's completed every lap so far, trying to finish the deal here today.
Yeah, him and Will Power, the only two drivers on.
Yeah, thanks, guys, for that little stat there as well. I'm sure we'll love to hear from it as well. We just wish we could hear the team radio without anything as well. Sky keep jumping back and forth as well in the IndyCar as well. It's not looking good, as this is Scott Dixon, I think, putting some wheels on the grass maze coming out of turn 3, so that's not looking great there either.
No wonder he keeps...
Yeah, and McLaughlin pits for the third time today. So Scott McLaughlin makes his third stop on lap 53. So right when I said earlier on, the pit stop predictions we were thinking of are happening as well. And from what I can tell, Megs, that would mean that we are going to have around about a 6-stop race. If things will happen as they are, a 6-stop race.
It's okay, Megan.
Well, if they would stop going on the grass and the curbs, they wouldn't need to pit so much, would they?
They sprayed it this time for McLaughlin, and it's a 6.2 second stop with a bit of fuel. Cash Neves is also in, and that's an 8.5 second stop on the board as well. Trying to change things in and trying to keep information up as well. Lap 53 and 95, 43 to go here as well as the action continues. And to be fair, I love IndyCar, love it as well, but this race is making me looking forward to the fact that we're not going to see it for the next 5.5 months.
I think the last race is meant to do that.
Yeah, just don't see it. It just Sky annoys so much with it as well. Every single year there's a problem. I know. Oh, and Dixon nearly goes right over the back of... Who was that? It was Sato. It was Sato. He nearly went right over the back of Sato. Unbelievable. He just... Dixon went straight through on the inside line and Sato ducked out the way and it nearly made a big accident. And now look, he's going to go back on the inside of Daly to get some lap positions as well. And it's Power in third position, closing down the gap now, 17 points still. As you can see from Josh there as well, Sky F1 in hell. This is fine. This is fine. I wish they'd actually make sure that everything's okay and not going to keep making mistakes as well. Who keeps breaking the sound as well as they try and fix it as well? Someone please pan this back from the hard left, lol. They fixed Tom Gamore's mic as well, but nothing in the outbreak, and we still can't hear him as well. Yeah, ground control to gain a Tom as well. So we can't hear from Tom Gamore as well. But Newgarden, is that Bollard in the middle of the track through the corkscrew section coming downhill? Something with, look, do you see it? Something shiny.
I'm trying to figure out.
Something shining on the inside of the track there as well. Looked like there was a bigger problem than it was. Yeah, there's been a...
That is Sky Sports F1 sound equipment, just in the middle of the track.
Thrown out and never to be seen again because it's so annoying.
Newgarden isn't even trying.
You have to speak up a bit because
Newgarden isn't even trying to stay on the track on that corner, and Ericsson pits.
Ericsson dives in then. So Ericsson going to really start having the power as well. Of course, I'm saying that, but it's so hard.
I should know too.
Okay, so 2 cars dive in. Let's head down pit lane.
On a little hiccup there on the right rear. That's going to cost him a little bit of time under green flag stops, but Ericsson down and away.
So 55 into the 95 laps of the Firestone Grand Prix of Monterey. How is this going to shake out? And we shouldn't lose sight of the fact that although the championship leader has dropped to third in this race, he still boasts a 17-point advantage. This is still going to be a tough one for Joseph Newgarden to do over Will Power.
Seems to be that way at the moment. Desperately, I'm just really hoping the audio comes back to me soon as well, because it's one of those things where you just want to hear it. In fact, hang on a minute. I think I've just had a genius idea, but somebody might hate me for it. But I'll tell you what, it might just work.
Let me guess, the person's going to hate for it is me.
No, because 2 signals into 1.
Look like after this thing.
No, why did I even think that would work?
Why there's a $10 million bounty supposedly on his head. He is super capable.
So, apparently
his second year.
I just made it louder. I just made it in the
Blue number 10.
Yeah, not going to work. Sorry, everyone. I thought that would really work. I was putting all my eggs in one basket then, and it didn't work. So I'll try again by putting
Board this year has been somewhat unusual.
Better you
for
try than not try.
him, especially after
I
the
need
joyous
to-
season.
I
they
need to
had
put the stereo connector through a thingy adapter as well to get the mono back through, but it's not going to work. But yeah.
external challenges and distractions of the legal case.
Yeah, I was desperately trying to see if that would work. Sorry, everybody, not going to work. But we are going to have audio for the next couple of laps anyway, because Sky are going to an ad break.
Music, apparently.
Yeah, I know, it's really annoying. Right, here we go, finally. Come on, Sky, you've got these ad breaks. Just let us hear from Tom Gaymore and restore everything, and that way we can get on with the commentary.
Why do they need so many ad breaks?
America have ad breaks like every 5-10 minutes as well. It gets a bit annoying.
What's the point in that?
Because you foolishly believe you're paying for a TV subscription, when in reality you're just paying for ads. It's the same with Sky Sports F1 and the practice and follows.
This is why they have like hour slots of 20-minute programs.
Yeah, not even a lie. The Simpsons in America is scheduled for 45 minutes, and it's a 22-minute program. Yeah, I know. Let's see the action.
What? That's like, you can only get through one full Simpsons an hour.
I know.
In that theory. So,
hang on the inside. Ray Hall's going to get passed by Newgarden towards turn 1. Well, actually, Ray Hall just sort of drifted off the track completely there, didn't he? I thought he was going to make some sort of manoeuvre, but it just wasn't working out there today, unfortunately.
maybe he just backed out.
Yeah, he didn't want to be obsessed with it, did he?
Just like, patient game.
Cautiously, wildly, accelerating is the word they usually go for as well. So, we've got 39 laps to go. We're 57 down. It's we've had one caution. Pelot, Newgarden, Power.
You're about to say two. It's going to happen,
Quest
isn't it?
as well. No. Although since they'll just say caution for lap 60 question mark, and it's lap 58. Josh, low battery, 20% remaining. Get a charger on.
Okay, Simple, are you trying to make me not do my work?
I don't know, but Josh has got to get a charger.
I just want to do 3 questions. And one of them's an essay question.
Oh, well, enjoy the sound.
Yeah, that was a hard.
I think we're about to lose the sound again, you know, as we watch the people. Yeah. Oh, well. Nice while it lasted. Sky. Dear, dear, dear. Great coverage of IndyCar and Sky. Great. But my God, do they have enough audio problems as well and tech problems?
They do.
I mean, I know we're taking the stream from America, but it's the 21st century. Taking the stream from America
should be this difficult.
Yeah, it should not be this difficult. Look at this. We can commentate with America perfectly fine with no problems. We can commentate with Josh.
Yeah, they can't get the audio right.
Yeah, and the audio is a problem as well. There's the tracker as well. What are you showing us, Josh? Chargers on. Lovely, lovely, lovely. As it comes through as well. So, lap 58, Megs, as well. Who's your pick for the
80% when we started this race?
Yeah, but he gets up quite quick as well, isn't it? There's Will Power. He's in 3rd position. Is it still your pick for the championship, Megs?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
I thought you were going to say he might drop out as well. Josh, who's your pick for the champion?
No idea, but let's just go with willpower.
Safe
because
bet.
he has the amount of willpower to win the championship. Number 5.
Yeah, this is looking good as well. What do you mean? This would be Power's 2nd ever championship. What are you got number 5?
5th pun of the day.
Oh, 5th pun of the day, I see, yes. I've lost count, honestly. Everything I'm trying to keep up with up here as well. I'm trying to work out why there's now no audio coming through on Sky IndyCar as well.
Harvey
I can make some audio if you want.
Yeah, Damien Ranson says, it would be great if Sky would stop messing with the feed, leave it alone. It's better without the commentary, plus volume level switching back anyway. You don't need to fix what isn't broken. Yeah. This is not great news. Into the pit lane comes the 45 of Jack Harvey. Jimmy Johnson is in the pit lane as well.
And Daly.
Well, I was already out of the way. So, yeah, 3 cars dive into the pit lane then from that positioning. Let's see what's going to happen. You got him, Megan. 2nd place. And he's running all the way off the last corner of the track as well, just having no look out there whatsoever.
It's lap 60.
Lap 60. 0 caution. Told you, it's not going to be that bad. It's not going to be that bad. Stop worrying.
I can't help.
Stop worrying. It's going to be fine. It's perfectly okay. Go on, Josh, what you got?
Don't worry.
Stop it. Get some cautions.
There's no cautions coming.
I will hunt you down.
Unless anybody throws out any other.
Don't know
And trust
where
me.
I live, though.
Joshua, how good am I at tracking people?
She's insanely good. Like, she's insanely good.
I can track someone I've never met before.
Hang on a minute. That's easy. Ray Hall
As
trying
long as
to
I
get...
know their name or the location about.
Ray Hall trying to pass Malukas as well, coming through the back half of the circuit. Not going to work out through there.
It's generally not that hard.
Oh, great. Simple's just put another prediction in.
Don't worry about the caution in lap 69.
No jokes, no jokes. I know it's past 9 p.m. No jokes.
Yeah, we can't. It's 10 to 9 anyway.
I wonder if I can hunt people in other countries.
Joseph Newgarden comes into the pit lane as well. So Newgarden was on black primaries and he was on sticker reds for a while. So this is another 15-lap stint for Newgarden. And look at that damage making to the front right tyre there as well. Not looking all that great. And he locked up coming into the box as well. He's touched the track somewhere. He's got, look, sticker reds to the end of the race now, surely.
Well, given that he just seems to, on one of the corners, have no care for actually staying on the track and literally just stays off the track until he just gently glides onto it, I would say he's gone off the track multiple times. Because it's generally starting to annoy me that no driver is taking notice of that. That is not a part of the track. Stay on the down track.
Yeah, that last part of the corner as well, not supposed to be taken off. Newgarden rejoins in 6th position then behind Pato O'Ward with the sticker red alternate tyres. This is a very good strategy to run for Joseph Newgarden. He has a chance of getting the championship. Where are you off? Oh, okay. So, Megan's disappearing, leaving me, as Josh is still in the comms box as well, watching Joseph Newgarden coming back through as well. And tell you what, Josh, as well, Newgarden is definitely putting on a hope for the championship, but he's 34 points back where he currently stands. All that hard work he did, he's got to do again now.
He really has, and if I look at the time, it's 10 to 10 p.m.
Oh, Dixon and Ericsson! Ericsson slips on the inside and gets ahead of Scott Dixon coming into turn 6. Now on the way down as well to the corkscrew. Dixon tries to come back on the inside line, not going to work out. We cut to VK as well as McLaughlin in there as well. Back to you, Josh.
Yeah, if I have a look at my clock, it's 10 to 10 p.m., not 10:30. So, Megan, get back in here.
I think she's gone to get a drink at the moment as well. And VK diving up the inside of Carl Kirkwood in the last corner. They just make a little bit of contact, and McLaughlin gets a big kick of oversteer as well as Kirkwood loses 2 positions. Marcus Ericsson goes to the inside line, down towards turn number 1, and Ericsson breezes through and takes the place back. Dixon also passes up the inside as well. Well, a very nice move happening out there on the circuit as well. And that's now Dixon up in position, McLaughlin up in position, Ericsson too, but it's not enough for the championship. As things stand, Will Power is the 2-time IndyCar champion and the 2022 NTT Data IndyCar Series champion. And don't forget also, I'll be covering all of this in the Grid Network's wrap-up show as well later on this evening. And tomorrow we'll have the Grand Prix review for F1, F2 and F3, as that was, I think, VK touching the dirt and letting McLaughlin through on the Rahal straight towards the corkscrew as well. So VK now making the errors out there. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Ericsson trying to go around the outside. Didn't work, though. Back to you, Josh.
Yeah, Ericsson trying to go around the outside, going to look into the inside, but it's a little bit too far. Going into turn 10. Now it's going to be a Newgarden getting past O'Ward for 5th position onto the front straight for VK. Ericsson's going to look up the inside going into the Andretti hairpin. Can he do it? It's side by side. Yes, he can. He's ahead going into the Andretti hairpin.
Fantastic move there, but has he gone a bit too wide? Can VK get the cutback on the inside? No. Brilliantly done as well for Marcus Ericsson. VK drops down, so that's Ericsson to 12th position as well. And the action is getting really entertaining now as well. I was enjoying that. I didn't want to say anything. So cool. I was enjoying that. This is the corkscrew.
Leaving me to do all the work.
Yeah, I'll just sit down and have a cup of tea. And that is a slide from Pato O'Ward, and that is why Newgarden got back through. Hang on, where's Newgarden and O'Ward? Yeah, Newgarden into 5th and O'Ward down to 6th. O'Ward's having problems with that car. It's not going good.
Well, I mean, I did my first ever first lap Formula One call live on air.
When was that?
Earlier.
Is that when? What? Were you away on lap 1?
No, live on air on the radio.
Oh, did you redo lap 1?
F1 recap, yeah.
Oh, I see. Nice.
Went pretty well.
What did you say when the lights went out?
Something like, we're underway at Monza and Norris got a very bad start, etc.
Right about right. So, who's going to get this championship? Keep forgetting as well that we've got no audio in the background, which isn't the best advice as well, to try and help things and hear things. But Palou, Power, Grosjean as well, all coming through on the board, trying to have the attacking advantage as well as they come back through. Now, look at the driver track on the battle screen and look at the best lap time. That goes to Palou on a 1:13.863, as well as Palou goes up the inside. Just lapping Takuma Sato out there now as well on the board. And hopefully we're going to have a nice calm end to the race. 31 laps to go with 35 minutes as well left on the 2-hour clock. So plenty of time for this race. We've been racing an hour and 24 minutes now as well. It's a caution has helped us a little bit throughout this race. In fact, looking at it as well, the caution thing's not actually updated in this race so far. As well, that has actually frozen. So that's always nice to see. Go on, Josh, what you got?
Had one caution and it was 6 minutes and 2 seconds long, according to my screens. On one screen, it's saying lap 65 of 95. One screen, it's saying lap 65 of 99. One screen, it's saying 99. Another screen saying 95. What is...
Yeah, I'm going 95. I'm definitely going 95. That's the order I'm seeing.
It's a website. Here we are.
So, as they come through, trying to see what's going to happen. I think Sky haven't worked out at the moment. Let's go through the field then.
With their leader, Alex Palou, and I'm starting to see a scenario where maybe he's driving that car again next year. I watched he and Chip Ganassi talk for a little while on the grid at Portland last week. I asked him that scenario, and he said I probably shouldn't answer that, but it might be a possibility. What better way to finish up the championship this year with a win going into the offseason? Behind him is the championship leader, Will Power. So he was thrilled to be able to pass Mario Andretti for the most poles all time yesterday and score the point and control this race, but immediately started thinking about what Marty talked about, extra sets of reds for the championship contenders. He was greatly concerned about that option for Joseph Newgarden. It might still come into play. Running third is Romain Grosjean. That's where he finished with a brilliant drive to finish off last year's race. And just like last year, guys, he's got a set of sticker reds when they stop here in a couple of laps. Marty.
How about Joseph Newgarden? 5 laps into this run, he's already cut 9 seconds out of the deficit, came out 30 seconds behind. Now he is 21 seconds behind.
Here he comes.
He told me yesterday, and here he comes, passing for another spot. Newgarden
Yes!
up through
Newgarden passing Grosjean.
That's his signature move.
On the inside, and Newgarden passes Grosjean through into third position down at the corkscrew. A sweet, sweet move on the inside line. And that now is just getting him closer to the championship, but Power is still being the big, big problem there as they come into this part of the situation out there on the track. So there's still a lot more and a lot more action to find. This is how it happened. Josh, talk us through it.
Yeah, here is on board with Grosjean. Then the video pans to the left. Here comes Newgarden chasing up the inside at the kink of turn 7 and through, and completes the move going into the first left-hander of the corkscrew. So this is Pato O'Ward in the pit stop. A lot of fuel going in, a 7.8 second stop for O'Ward. For Lundgaard, it is a 9.1 stop, so a slow stop for them. And Lucas also in the pit road awaiting the length. And that is a 8.7 stop. So a couple of slowest stops there with more fuel going in. Newgarden in third going down the corkscrew Now
Yeah.
lap 67 of 95.
There's at least one other stop left as Will Power decides to come in. Will Newgarden come in now? But he pitted. He's on the alternate strategy. He sees Power going into the pit lane, and Newgarden goes straight past him. That could be a championship-defining moment as well, depending on how the next 28 laps of this race turn out here at Laguna Seca. So Newgarden goes to second. Palou keeps the lead as well. Power and Rosenquist come into the battle looking good so far. Tear-off goes on as well for Power. Gets back on. Black primaries. A lot of fuel getting spilled, and away we go. And that's Power, I think, okay until the last 10 laps. Maybe a splash and dash. This is looking very entertaining as Rosenquist goes back through. 7.5 second stop. Rossi and Herta now dive into the pit lane as well to get changed over on their tyres. Does Power come out ahead of McLaughlin for 5th position with ease as McLaughlin is under pressure with Ericsson as well. So Power stays ahead in 4th. As Palou pits. So Newgarden's going to take the lead of the race here, and that is going to be very entertaining. Because one caution...
It will be VK into the pits now, and it's lap 68 of 95, so one more lap until lap 69, and that is side by side. Carl Kirkwood and Venus VK out of the pit lane, and Venus VK gets out in front. There is Alex Palou into the pit lane, getting the go, a 7.4 stop. Takuma Sato, meanwhile, a 8.1, and Roman Grosjean in 3rd enters the pit as well.
And with all this, Joseph Newgarden takes the lead of the Grand Prix of Monterey, and he leads by a significant margin as well. So this is going to be massively entertaining as Grosjean now takes on new red stickers, so sticker reds to go through. Newgarden leads by 7 seconds. He's got more time to come through as well. He's got time for racing. This is going to be fun. And that, you just heard as well, was Synthel joining and disconnecting to see if it would cause a caution to come out. Fantastic, because it's on lap 69. That is brilliant. Zachary says, oh no, it's lap 69. That's when we said the caution might come out. At the moment, so far, we're running caution free.
And the way that Simple just added that he on, that is very suspicious.
Fantastic as well. Fantastic. Because here comes Newgarden coming in as well to start lap 70 of 95.
Kellett, a 19-second stop. Was that a...
Oh, Simona's had a 10-second stop as well. So what's happened to her? But I reckon that's a damage repair for Kellett as well.
Probably. It's lap 70 and no caution. Simple, I think he joined a little bit too late.
So
Colton Kellett, 2 laps down.
Who's going to be the IndyCar champion this season? That's the question. Who's got the action? And Newgarden's closing in as well. Set 9.5. As things stand, Joseph Newgarden is 6 points back from Will Power. Will Power's on 560 points. Joseph Newgarden's on 554. It would require Power dropping behind Ericsson and McLaughlin's battle. So it's every still chance. One well-timed caution puts Newgarden back in the contention for the championship, and then Power dropping back as Herta making moves on the inside line as well, getting ahead of Simon Pagenaud, and looks quite good for a move. So fingers crossed here. This is going to be an entertaining end to the race as Joseph Newgarden on those sticker reds continues on. He's been doing the alternate strategy throughout this race as well. Pitting during green flag running, losing positions, fighting back. It's all working out to this, to where he's building a gap on faster tyres when the others are on the black primaries. But he's hitting traffic, isn't he? He's got traffic in front of him. And that will be the 14 of Kellett and the 29 as well, coming in for the... trying to work out who that is quite quickly. Devlin Di Francesco.
Yeah, keep an eye out on Simon Pagenaud and Helio Castroneves. Castroneves only has 8 more seconds of push to pass. Pagenaud has 6 as Scott Dixon, one of the championship contenders, comes into the pits. And also have a look at Takuma Sato, 87.
Wow.
Second left of
Back
push
at Laguna,
to
pit
pass
stops
with
underway for more of our champion.
Yeah, let's just turn it off. I was enjoying that. It was a super long break. I forgot for a minute as well that there was nothing going on.
Dixon, 10.3 second stop.
Yeah, so Dixon then puts on black primary tyres. Should be an interesting one for the remainder of this race as well. I forgot that Sky is having the audio problems because while NBC on a break, we could turn the fader back up as well. But hey ho. 25 laps to go. We've remained caution-free at the moment as well. A few hearing moments, but they all stay there. No big accidents going through as well. And yeah, it's looking very exciting and very entertaining at the moment as well. As the battle continues on, Megs. Looking good and looking strong out there today as well. What do you reckon? Who do you think is still going to be champion still?
I'm still going to go with Power.
Yeah, let's go down pit lane.
For Alex Palou, Tim Cindric radioed to Newgarden and kind of gave him a picture of what he needed to do in the final 28 laps of the race. Listen.
We're 20 seconds behind Palou. He is not pitted, so that's what we need to make up here in the next 10 and a half. Okay.
So
we'll
the
have to make a tire decision.
So the next stint and a half is what he had to do that. He's already made up a lot of that time. I think they're going to pit at about lap 77 or 78. You see his teammate Scott McLaughlin again, once again covering what Scott Dixon did. So I think in about 7 or 8 more laps, you're going to see Newgarden on pit road for the final time today. Does he have enough speed to be able to pull this off?
Cheers, guys, down there in the pit lane as they come back out. And I'll tell you what, Josh, it's going to get very entertaining quite quickly, isn't it? Oh,
it will be as some
more action comes through. Yeah, 23 to go.
Of the car, and that is an on-track battle between Pazano and Castroneves. Teammates, Pazano in front with Castroneves behind.
Old school gamer says Megan's back. Yay, caution's coming. Yes. Hi, Megs. Nice to have you back in the box. Yeah, well, don't worry, Megs. Now look what you've done. You've dropped on the floor with the spiders in the commentary box.
Oh, I guess I'll just have to drink it up.
Oh, what was that? With Grosjean nearly making contact with the side of where we just passed. And that was a lapped calf Sato. Just a little bit of winglet getting flipped off there as well. I mean, at Megan Burch Motorsport Journalist, there's multiple cars with 5 stops. Megan, you don't have a tag on YouTube because you don't actually have a YouTube account anymore, which is annoying. Because you can actually save playlists still and all that lot and like videos.
I don't need to do anything else. That's all I do. I don't see the point.
Yeah, well, you don't have a YouTube channel.
Newgarden pits.
Ah! So race leader dives into the pit lane as Marcus Ericsson dives up the inside of Scotty Mack.
If I had a YouTube channel properly, I'd just be ranting at people.
Yeah. Mainly Carlos Sainz. Maybe that could be your thing.
No.
Race leader in then for Joseph Newgarden as we get back on and head down pit lane.
24-second lead, 25 over Alex Palou. They're going to make a switch here. They have thought about the alternate tires. They're going to go with sticker primary tires for Joseph Newgarden, and his team delivers an outstanding stop. Let's see where he cycles out with Alex Palou.
There's the white and black car, Will Power going by.
So Will Power goes by, and that's going to mean that the championship once again swings in the way of Will Power. Well, this race is just getting absolutely entertaining as this goes on. Marcus Ericsson as well. Daly does an 8.5 second stop. Ericsson does a 7 second stop, but still comes out side by side with Daly at the moment as well. And Ericsson's going to have to back off on that one and just let Daly go through.
I mean, you can easily get it back after.
Yeah, go on, Josh.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do there, side by side out of the Laguna. Sega pit lane does not work. Points as they run: Power 560, Newgarden 16 points behind, Dixon 43 points behind, Palou 50 points behind, and Marcus Ericsson 54 points behind. On board with Newgarden going left into the corkscrew, coming out through Rainy Curve.
At Megan Burch, Motorsport Journalist, which year will you commentate on the full 24 hours Le Mans with Josh? No breaks. When are you doing the 24 hours with me? Like I had to do 24 hours non-stop. Never?
I don't think I will.
No. It works
you know what I'm like.
Plus, anyway, if you do it, that means if there's a clash, we've got nobody else to cover the other series.
Also, you know what I'm like when I'm tired.
I know, Josh, but I mean, you'll be on with me quite a lot of the time.
You know what I'm like when I get really, really tired, not like past the cleaning stage.
Yes, I know what you mean.
I get mean.
Yeah, she gets really angry as well. Sometimes she's in the, lovey, clingy phase as well, and then she's really sweet and really kind, and then about an hour later or so, she'll start getting violent with people. Imagine Maggie Simpson, what it looks like when she's drunk as well. That's pretty much what she gets like.
And also, I can do a really terrifying deep voice.
Oh, hello.
Especially...
No, I thought for a second the audio might work. No, I'm still waiting. I'm just going to try everything.
If you've watched Stranger Things, then Vecna, literally, I can do that voice. Though I've been doing that for years. I think it's actually a little bit deeper, to be honest.
Palou comes through, and, well, he's 21 seconds clear of Newgarden now. And Power's behind as well. So, really, Alex Palou, who is the ex-champion now, because he's no longer going to be the champion like he was last year, after he got the race brilliantly at Long Beach, if you remember, Megs, last year. Because we raced at Long Beach because we couldn't race earlier on in the year due to COVID. But in all honesty, Palou hasn't performed this year at all.
No.
He's been nowhere in the championship.
I think he's been trying to assess how everyone else is.
Yeah. Well, he's going to McLaren next year, isn't he? So he'll be a lot better at McLaren.
Yeah.
As well. So, yeah, Palou, last race with Andretti. Rossi's also going over there as well. So Palou's leaving Chip Ganassi, going to McLaren. Rossi's going to McLaren. Rosenquist staying at McLaren. Award staying at McLaren. And they're running a 5-car team at this rate as well. We're in for a winter of discontent for IndyCar as well to actually know who's going to go where. And we're into the last 20 laps now as well, as up the inside goes Dixon, passing passing David Malukas for 13th position as well. VK drops to 14th place, and Dixon's on the back of Ray Hall absolutely immediately, getting the chops back and forth as well. Race is going to end at 10:37, I reckon. That caution cost us 7 minutes. You right with that?
No.
No, neither am I.
I'm gonna do some calculating.
Yeah.
Ow.
Oh, Little Owl says no as well. As Synthel says, you reckon VK will finish the top 10 this race? Little Owl says no. VK's 15th.
I agree.
Well, anything's possible. There's still another round of pit stops to go, I'd like to remind everyone. Not everyone's pitted yet. Although, Devlin DiFrancesco, I think, or is it Jimmy Johnson? Jimmy Johnson has been in the pit lane 5 times, Megan.
You don't need it. Maybe if they would just stay off the curbs.
Last pit. This is the last time we'll have audio this weekend as Dixon goes on the inside of Ray Hall into the last corner. And Dixon flies past Ray Hall for a sweet move.
See what I mean? They don't even try.
Up into 12th position. Yeah, they don't do that.
Like, there's a track there, use it.
I'm going to miss the audio. Well, then again, after this race, I think I'm about ready for an IndyCar break as well. Everything went so well at Portland, and now it's been the audio as well. Hopefully you've all enjoyed the coverage at home still this weekend and this season as well. We will try and do better next year whenever Sky don't muck up the audios.
22 minutes and 30 seconds it's meant to be.
That's our left.
Yeah.
So 10:40 is the end of the race. Are you alright with that? Crowning a champion? Megs, it's 10:11.
Yes.
Oh, 22 minutes takes us to past.
Yes.
I keep thinking it's later than it is.
I know, you often do that when you're tired.
Well, this is why, literally, this is the last thing we're doing today. And that's what the Grand Review, or that's not what it's called anymore, is it? The Grand Prix Review. Grand Review is the podcast for every other series we're doing. We'll bring you back next year as well. Yeah, the Grid Network. Now, this is the show I want to do next year as well, actually. I want to bring the Grand Review back, but I want to do it with Grid Network. So every other little series that never got mentioned at the weekend, like the touring cars, Formula E, things we don't usually cover, I want to get in for a grand review. So we'll cover F1, F2, F3, all that lot, and I want to do it in the style of a Ted's Notebook. So I want to go and walk in random places and do a Ted's Notebook style.
That'd be good.
With a mic or with a lip and with a tripod and a book, and we'll just go through Ted's Notebook. And we'll call it the Grand Review, like our old show, the podcast that we did F1. And
which we stopped doing because it was beginning to get difficult.
Oh yeah, and there was no point to it.
Yeah, and also we had so many reviews that it was difficult to know what to say in.
Yeah. So, and it was all the editing, the commentary, so that's why the Grand Prix review works
got
so well.
busier.
Yeah, that's why the Grand Prix review works so well, which is literally just a little forum show analysing everything that happened over the weekend and all that lot.
Which, if I'm involved, it ends up being 20 minutes.
Yes, and there's bigger plans actually for the Grand Prix review next year as well.
At
So
3/4.
a bigger style things.
Keep that in mind.
You know that throughout the
Oh well, bye audio. We'll miss you.
telling you about this.
Oh well, Sky have really dropped the ball here tonight.
They really have.
The audio is okay. Well, we've lost it again now, the track audio, so enjoy it while you had it. 7 minutes to go. That'll be the last ad break. So sorry about that, everybody. It's Sky's audio fault as well. Hopefully we'll have it back again soon next season, but it won't affect Sky F1, so it'll be fine for Singapore. MotoGP next weekend, we've still got to figure out a good system for that because we still hear them all. Go on, Josh.
You're going to go to the Sky Sports F1 HQ and you're going to bang their door down until you can't bang it down no more.
Cynthia says, why 3 weeks between Monza and Singapore? What am I supposed to do? School? Nah. Well, yeah, it's...
I want to.
Well, yeah, it was because we had a triple header, isn't it? So the next race is at the end of September as well. So it's actually a little bit... It's refreshing for me as well after doing a triple header of F1. Although I don't get a weekend free until November.
I don't get any day free.
But we're getting to the time of the year where there's more morning races or evening races.
Oh, joy.
So I get more times in the day.
Well, I suppose I can just sleep at night.
I hate to tell you this, but we've got a MotoGP in the morning at about 6 a.m. and then we've got Formula One later on in the day.
This better be during the time when I'm off.
Yes.
Championship decider is Japan at Formula One, and you have to wake up at like stupid o'clock.
Sorry, I forgot to tell you that. Max Verstappen can mathematically win the title next time out in Singapore, yes, but realistically he's going to do it in Japan now that he won today.
I'm going to break his leg.
He'll still win it.
Has done 6 pit stops.
Wow.
Jimmy Johnson at 5 pit stops.
So Johnson's done 5. Everybody else has been doing everything other that they possibly can throughout this race.
See, they don't try!
6 stops as well. Yeah.
Don't blow the mic again.
And there's another stop as well coming. There's another stop. Yeah. There's one more left as power gets a little bit oversteered. Oh, and Ericsson runs off the track. Ericsson runs all 4 wheels off, coming out of turn 9 at Rainy Curve.
If you pit.
Yeah, and he stayed out. He stayed out. Okay, that's not too bad.
If he pits one more time, I'm slashing all his remaining tyres.
Tell you what, though, only Marcus Ericsson's been lost from this race. Everybody else has stayed in position, which is nice to see. Well, yeah, only... What did I say?
Marcus Ericsson.
Oh.
Because he was on screen.
Yeah. Only Callum Ilott has retired from this race. Everybody else has stayed out there on the track in leading positions. And Graham Rahal dives into the pit lane. Go on, Josh.
My spotter guide's looking very bare, let's say, for the marker of doom.
Yeah, we need to get...
well, don't wish more.
A few more assignments in the pit lane, maybe, instead.
That would be great. Simple in the chat. Why doesn't Megan just commentate F2 and F3 in Australia next year with us?
Yeah, that'll be all day. Let's hear from Will Power.
Enjoying the craft and feeling very fortunate to be in this position again. You know, you're given a car every week that has a chance to win or a chance to get pole, and if you do everything right, a chance to win a championship.
You know what?
And that is Will Power, that he wants to win, doesn't he? You can see it in his eyes. He wants to win a second IndyCar title. He's one of the most decorated members of the IndyCar paddock as well. Can Will Power do it? He's only 14 laps away. He's 16 points clear of Newgarden. He'll finish 3rd, but he'll take the championship. Palou will win the race as Grosjean goes on the inside and laps the Simona Di Silvestro out there on the circuit as well. Last race of the year. Synthel singing all night long as well. Absolutely. This last says, I'm still not waking up for Australia.
Ditto.
You never do Australia unless it's the season opener, do you?
True.
Unless it's the season opener. Go on, Josh.
Expose myself here. The reason that I was not in Australian qualifying is because my alarm didn't wake me up.
I'm so paranoid about that stuff that I have 4 different alarms for night races.
Trouble is, he
Get on!
sometimes has
I
sat.
slept through all of them.
Trouble is, sometimes he has it in the mornings and he still doesn't get up.
No, if I only set one alarm, but if I
If you don't see the need, you just won't get up. So do I.
Yeah. If I don't get it, if I will have to get up. I wear my watch with an alarm set for like 32 different alarms to wake me up. Alexa goes off at maximum volume. The iPad, the iPhone as well, the TV
And
alarms.
then there's me, who sometimes wakes up when I'm worried about whether Joshua's going to go. Last year, I literally woke up naturally about. You were doing a night race.
It was Australia. It was this year in Australia.
I woke up naturally thinking, is Joshua in the box yet?
Yeah, that was in Australia this year.
Alarm.
I don't even know why I did that. I woke up and my first thought was like, I need to check if Joshua's in the box.
That was in Australia this year. Me and Dad as well came in here and did the race as well, and Josh was there too.
I literally ran downstairs. I was like, Mum, is Joshua in the box? She was like, yes. I was like, okay, I'm going back to bed. And I think she looked at me and was like,
of course he is. Do you really think he wouldn't be? I have not missed a Formula One race since the 2013 Malaysia Grand Prix because I went to Wembley to watch a Grimsby Town match. And ever since then, I learned my lesson. That it was one of the most dramatic moments ever with the multi-21 Seb, multi-21. Oh, and Ericsson nearly forcing off Colton Herta at the corkscrew and nearly making contact. And there was a debris as well. Wow! That's a nice replay to see.
Do it.
That's almost like Rossi versus Stoner in MotoGP when they raced here at the corkscrew.
it didn't really work out for him well, did it, though?
No. Oh.
Little owl in chat. Old-fashioned alarms will work best. 1, almost as loud as Megan. 2, high-pitched noise. Also,
hi, as Megan.
Also, that is Megan.
No, what works more is just having Megan as well. When you wake up in the middle of the night or you open your eyes, if you've got earphones in and you're laid in bed, you just open your eyes. All of a sudden, Megan's just standing there in the corner, which has happened a few times.
Yes. Simple. Hire Megan as a personal alarm. When Joss needs waking up, just get Megan to go, wake up!
Does that anyway.
I do. Except I'm the only one Joshua likes having people wake. Okay.
You're nice.
It's weird. When I wake Joshua up, I'm like, Josh, wake up.
Yeah, you're nice.
Everyone else is like, Josh, wake up.
No, if I have to be up early for a comedy box and they want to make my alarm and make sure my alarm gets worked, I usually get woken up by wake up, box, things like that. All those weird.
I'm actually nice. I'm just like, Josh, wake up. I'm the only one you've ever liked waking you up.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Because I'm
anyway,
actually
11
kind
laps
about
to go.
it.
Yeah.
A 28-second gap.
So our sister really hates when I stay with her when it comes to alarm clocks because once it was blaring constantly and I didn't wake up at all.
You don't wake up?
I had multiple as well. So, do you know what I want to know?
Go on. Quickly, because we need to get back on.
Why shouldn't it just come in and turn it off herself and wake me up?
I tell you what, though, the one.
Why can't you?
Tell you what, the longest thing as well. The really annoying one is that sometimes if I haven't set an alarm and if I've been doing a night race and I go to bed, I fall asleep, and then if it's like a Saturday as well, at about 8:30 a.m. I hear Megan's phone going off, waking me up instead of waking you up. I actually walked into your room once and said, "Alarm."
Did I wake up?
No, I barged the door open and said alarm, press the button, and you're just still half asleep. So yeah. Anyway, 10 laps to go in this race, and now the Powers start to look a little bit worried because they're on it. Joseph Newgarden's going for a 3rd IndyCar title. He's 16 points back from Power in the standings as it is. Power would need to drop behind Grosjean, Rosenquist as well in order for even a championship to be considered for Newgarden, or Newgarden takes the lead away from Palou, which isn't possible as there's 28.5 second gap between the two. Yeah, O'Ward comes into the pit lane for his last stop. It looks like they're all going to try and make it to the end of the race on a 3-stop strategy.
Yeah, when I wake up, when you're trying to sneak into my room and take my laptop because you need it, I always wake up.
Yeah, I need it usually to record
and
things.
Then just do the Tarzan. Oh!
No, I'm actually quite a peaceful person waking up. I'm actually like, what?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, when I don't have a lot of sleep, then I can be a demon from hell. Though, most of the time, I'm actually quite nice waking up.
I usually have to, as it's coming up as well to 9 to go with 8 minutes left on the clock. So actually, Megan, you might just get your 10:30 wish as well. But as Newgarden is coming through as well, is he caught up? No, it's not Palou, is it, coming through? What? There's a yellow flag. Where? Okay, we're all green.
Don't flag it. Don't wish it, otherwise I will hunt you down.
Guys, stop whispering.
Fine, I won't whisper. Don't wish it or I'll hunt you down.
Old School says, in the States, in Idaho, F1 is Suzuka's around 1 a.m. for myself. Malaysia was at 4 a.m. years ago. Brutal. Yeah, it gets bad over here as well for those type of races. The worst race of the entire year to wake up for, in terms of how early it is Australia. It's about an hour, 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours earlier than normal early morning races. Japan has replaced it as the next evil one because Australia's now moved an hour later. So, and it's at a nice time of year, so it's light when you actually get to the commentary box, not dark. Japan, however, is evil. Japan this year is going to be evil for both Formula One and for MotoGP a week later. And you're going to have to do both. Have you ever done Japan?
No.
I don't think
I didn't even realise I was doing it this year because I said nope.
Yeah, but now the championship's going to be decided, which means you're
Exactly!
Yeah. And this is Alex Palou putting a wheel on the gravel! Well, the very burnt grass, at least. But Palou's having a very bad manoeuvre there. I do wonder as well, generally, get in contact with us as well if you live in the States, in California. How on earth do you keep your grass green?
Sprinkles?
Yeah, it must be. Must be fresh, or artificial, but they get hot.
They probably have artificial.
Go on, Josh.
Did you see the 2 horses running on the track at Snetterton?
No, missed it still. Did you send a video or something? I can't remember.
Did they think it was the Grand National?
Don't know how they got on the circuit.
They
jumping over cars?
I believe they got on the track to provide some extra horsepower.
To be fair, Synthon makes a good point here. Imagine being American or Australian and having bad race times. It's all the time. Australia, everybody moans and says, oh yeah, you only have to do it once a year. Australians wake up 24 times a year early in the morning to watch motorsport. That's dedication. And the amount of passion Australians have for motorsport in America and in Europe for F1.
Bet we have an early night though.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And we've got quite a lot of fans as well in Australia as well. So you're all insane to be up this early in the morning as well. We need times clocks above the top here. That's what we need. Different clocks to show us what time zone we're in. Go on, Josh.
Go to sleep.
It's 11:25 over there in Central Europe as well. So yeah, go to sleep.
And Simple's got school tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true. I don't.
Go to sleep.
I have college.
I left that over 3 years ago now, is it?
I have college with law.
The little owl. Go to sleep.
I have college A-level law from 9 until 12:15 tomorrow. And then I'm home.
Go to sleep.
Though I'm already doing the work for tomorrow, so I don't know what the hell Andy's going to give me.
I'm sure we'll find out.
I'll just say, can I just go over some of my previous notes?
Yeah. Pato Wars just set the fastest lap of the race, taking a point away from Joseph Newgarden, 1:13.849. So Newgarden down now, was 15 points, now it's 16. So that hasn't worked out again. As we've got 6 laps to go, Palou looks like he's going to win quite comfortably. Herta is going to lose out. He won here both in 2021 and 2019, took pole and took the victory both years running. The only other winner here was Helio Castroneves. He won here back in the kart days in 2000 when he started on pole and won the race. So of the 2 previous race winners at this circuit, those who started on pole position also won the race. That's been broken for the first time in the modern IndyCar era because it was Herta who took pole victory both years running. This time, Power took pole, and it's going to be Palou to take the victory. In the rookies' points as they run, Lundgaard will be the rookies' champion for IndyCar this year. 321 to Malukas on 16 points back. That's how things stand here. But it's Will Power who will take the overall championship but on 560 points, and Newgarden will be on 544 with 6 to go at the moment.
Wow, they're both separated by 16.
Yeah, they are. Both separated by 16 points. That's how weird that it's changed around as well. But well done as well for the who did I say Devlin Francesco?
I'm not sure.
Here comes Will Power into the corkscrew now. I keep forgetting there's no audio in the background. So Power comes through down the hill through the alternate line as well, the exit of Rainey Corner and turn 10. That's where the qualifying finish line is as well. But we are 5 laps away from a championship being decided for Will Power. And look at this, the Team Penske number 12 garage as well. His wife as well, Liz Power, is watching on. She's got the water bottles. Her dentist told her, please stop chewing up water bottles. It will damage your teeth.
I think she's not chewing it.
Yeah,
this time.
she stopped doing that. In return, she now squeezes the water bottle. There's nothing left in it. She'll squeeze that water bottle. And also, she will start shaking. She gets nervous. Also, what she's doing right now is she's watching the onboard camera of Will Power, and she's then also watching her phone. There's Will Power's mother watching on as well, crying her eyes out. Look at that, all go. Liz is looking so happy. They're all getting a bit nervous out there. Just a couple more to go, and then Will Power will be a 2-time IndyCar champion. But that is a sweet image to see, isn't it, Megan? Liz watching on and just getting more nervous as it goes along. Was that the 500 a couple of years ago? Just getting more nervous as she goes along.
She's just like a barrel of nerves. Or a water bottle of nerves, I should say.
Remember back in 2018 at the Indy 500 when Power won it as well. She was chewing on the bottle up and down as everything. She went through 2 different bottles.
Yeah, I think she broke the cap in half at one point.
She did, didn't she? She bit through the cap on one of them as well. What a race. What a season this has been for IndyCar as well. It's been so bizarre as well. And this is it, the end of the season as well. We started in February, the earliest start to IndyCar ever. We end here in September. And now it's been a really bizarre one. It started off as a Penske domination, winning all 3 of the opening races as well. McLaughlin taking 2, and now he's taking a position away from Rossi and Marcus Ericsson going on this side. Rossi puts a wheel in the dirt as well. Ericsson's trying to go around the outside through turn 4, and he's going to go right around the outside. He puts some wheels on the dirt. Rossi comes back on the inside line. They go side by side through turn 4. Oh, and Ericsson gets off into the dirt, and Rossi goes through.
Yeah, just let him through.
Yeah. And that's Ericsson's championship done, but it already was done anyway.
Given that he is 5th.
Yeah, on 506 points, the same as McLaughlin. So McLaughlin and Ericsson came into this race on the same points. They leave on the same points.
Nothing new.
Nothing new at all as they come through as well. Ericsson in the gravel for another time in his career. Yeah, absolutely. Says Lil Al. This is it on board for Ericsson. Oh, whereas Rossi sort of came back on aggressively, and Ericsson wasn't giving him room, was he?
Aggressive.
Yeah.
Just like, hi.
Oh, and Rossi forced him off again, actually. So Ericsson forced Rossi off once, then Rossi forced Ericsson off again, and then, there was
then contact.
Actual contact coming through turn 4.
That was a little deliberate. It's like, right, I'm fed up with this now.
Yeah, like, bang, off you go, never mind. Nothing going on here. So this is going to be fun.
Like, stewards, don't look.
Here comes Palou then. Palou coming out the last couple of corners.
See what I mean? They don't look at the damn track.
2 to go. 2 to go. Synthol is saying crash, crash. No, we don't want another race ending under caution today. Thank you very much. Because IndyCar will red flag and go again if they can.
I will.
For a 1-lap shootout. They really will.
I will begin hunting.
Oh, look at this. It's getting good now, isn't it? Look, 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 look. The championship is coming the way for Will Power. It's something that's really weird. There's their son coming in as well. Watching on.
Just don't squeeze him too hard.
His son wasn't born when he won his first ever championship.
Now he will be.
Now he will in this second one. Old School Gamer Forever says, I've been to 7 Indy 500s. If I ever get a chance, if you ever get a chance to attend, do it. It's fantastic. I was in turn 3 for Helio's 4th 500 win. We broadcasted that one live in 2021. Oh, it's on the bucket list, and we're actually, hopefully, eventually going to have teams there where we can broadcast the race. Like, we'll have people at each corner in a Discord call, and we'll do the whole 500. And then me and Megan will probably be in the comments box doing Monaco earlier on in the day. White flag in the air for the 2022 season. It will be Alex Palou, who is on course to take victory as well. The outgoing champion of 2021 as well. Hasn't had the pace this year. Fell out with Chip Ganassi Racing. He's moving to McLaren for next season as well. But he's going to give the number 10 guys one last win, which I think is a fantastic way to say goodbye. Could have been handled a bit differently, considering they offered him a contract for next year, and he said, nope, don't want it, thank you very much. There's white flag for Power. The champion is on the last lap of the season. And adrenaline now starts to take over. You're constantly thinking, Megan, as well, don't make that mistake.
Yeah, just constant terror.
Yeah. And Josh, Palou's been absolutely fantastic here today. 30-second domination. Is this a return for him at the top for a championship run next year with McLaren?
I think it might be, as Alex Palou comes through at the last corner. Checkered flag in the air, Josh.
It's the last win of the year. Alex Palou in the number 10, Chip Ganassi, crosses the line and takes the double checkered flag to win the last race of the season. But it's all eyes to Will Power, who came out in the second half of the year. He really got the domination. We thought it was going to be either McLaughlin or Newgarden from Penske to take the title. But Will Power showed us what he could do. After the Indy 500, he said, right, this is my year. It's not the two famous Penskes. It's the most famous of all. Will Power is a two-time IndyCar champion and crosses the line to win the 2022 NTT Data IndyCar Championship with a third place. He gets 560 points, and Will Power is the IndyCar champion.
Driven my heart out today. Thank you and congratulations, guys.
And it means
Liz is beside herself. Her son is
Doesn't know
like,
what's happening.
Yeah. Oh, what a race. Will Power is a world champion once again of IndyCar. What do you think, Josh? It's been such a season. That came out of nowhere. Power really did take it on his own in the second half of the year.
He really, really did. Willpower. He had enough willpower to get the 2022 IndyCar Championship, his second championship with the first coming in 2014.
And yeah, Megan.
Been a long wait, but it's finally here, the second champion.
And Megan only winning one race this year as well, taking the title. He's a two-time champion, and now he's taking his own drink in as well. He's come out of nowhere, a two-time champion. It's just marvellous, isn't it?
It is marvellous, and I'm very proud.
Thanks for your company this year, Megs. I'll continue seeing you in the F1s as well, but thanks for your company with IndyCar this year. See you later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Megan's going to leave the comment box now. We'll see her back for IndyCar in St. Petersburg next year. But let's hear from Will Power, who's down there trackside as well. As AIJ says, well done, Will Power. The Little Owl says Power is champion as well. Synthel says woo as well. We're going through. Let's listen down to Will Power. We'll hand over to NBC.
You just love seeing the emotion. It just really shows what a team effort it is to be IndyCar champions. You know, everybody on this 12 program, everyone in the Penske organization has to play their part. All the men and women back at the shop, everyone that travels on the road. Will's family, his support system. You see the emotion out of wife Liz. This truly is a team sport and a team effort.
And how about this guy, Joseph Newgarden, second on the day, second in the championship. He drove his heart out from 25th. It was an incredible drive. All right, let's join the celebrations. Here's Marty Snyder.
What a moment for Will Power. His longtime engineer, Dave Faustino, at 41 years old, he's a champion. On Saturday, he passes Mario Andretti for the all-time pole wins. On Sunday, he wins a championship. Could you have planned out a more perfect weekend than this, Will?
No, I couldn't have. Let me tell you, in the off-season, my wife said to me, I believe you're going to beat Mario's record and you're going to win the championship. She said that to me, and it actually gave me confidence that I could do it. The fact that she said that, that's how much confidence I have in her gut feel. So she said those words, and I just couldn't believe that that came true.
So you won the championship, Will, by playing the long game, by staying calm. What were you thinking as you saw Joseph Newgarden go past you? Were you thinking it might be all unraveling at that point?
I just knew I had to absolutely get the most out of those stints and not lose any more positions. So, man, I had to drive the thing today. Like, it was on the edge, very loose, and man, what a relief, huh? What a relief to get that done. You know, I can't thank Verizon enough. They've been with me for it's close to 12 years now, and you know, without them, I would never have had this career, and obviously Roger Penske and the whole team and Chevrolet.
You told me yesterday you had to change your mental approach this year. There were times where you had to hold yourself back in a race because the old Will would have tried to win the race, but you had to say, it's okay to finish second, it's okay to finish third. How much of that mental adjustment has led to this moment?
Oh, yeah, I mean, from the beginning, it was just playing the long game. I said it to Tim Cindric. I said, man, I'm just playing the long game this year, not necessarily going for the big wins and all that, but yeah. Bozy.
How about this young man, Bo, and sharing this moment with him? Oh, what a moment for the Power family. Bo celebrating, Liz celebrating. Will Power is now a two-time IndyCar champion.
Talking to last year's champion, the reign is over. You told me, Alex Palou, yesterday morning that it's not been a good year with the performance on track. Does winning the season finale help make up for that a little bit?
Absolutely. Yeah, we struggle a bit some races. Yeah, especially last couple of races. And today was awesome. So yeah, awesome job by all the team. Strategy was on point. Oh wow, that's me. And then yeah, it's good to finish a season with a win.
It was a setback to have to change the engine, and you had to start 6 spots further back. But was that fresh Honda engine maybe a difference maker? You won by half a minute. How did you do that?
Yeah, I don't know. We had some power there and some good fuel mileage. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, HPD. So yeah, I don't know, man. It was just an awesome day. Struggled. Thank you. Struggled a bit during all weekend, and I don't know what happened today, but everything clicked. So yeah, super happy to win a race this year.
Chip Ganassi is right behind us. I saw him lean into the cockpit when you pulled into victory lane. Is this your last race in the 10 car? Might we see you back in this car next year?
Yeah, things are evolving good, so yeah, we'll see what we can tell. But yeah, we're gonna enjoy the moment now, and we'll see what happens.
Stay tuned. Congratulations on a strong finish. Alex Palou, last year's champion, finishes as a winner in 2022.
And the 2022 winner is Will Power. He is world champion here as well. Let's hear from him once. Oh, I thought we were going to hear from him again, but he's talking to my mate. He's talking to my mate Ryan, who has helped us out several times this year with all of our graphics as well. So thank you very much, Ryan, as well, who's down there in the pit lane. And I tell you what, Josh, as well, as we come and talk to you for a second as well, what an absolutely fantastic championship this has been. It's been a lot of highs, a lot of lows, a lot of waiting around as well, especially at the places such as Music City and Bomarado as well, where we were stood around for 2.5 hours waiting for nothing to happen. But my God, this incredible season, every race we've covered live as well here on the YouTube channel, which is a first for IndyCar this year as well. And it has been such a long championship. What's your moments been taken away from all this?
It's been an absolutely great season, and old school game up forever. Congrats, Will Power's second championship. Fantastic. Thanks to the stream, guys. Megan, get some rest. Take care, everyone. We will see you in our next streams and for the 2023 IndyCar Championship. And
yeah, no, there we go. Now they finally fixed the audio. Not sure if we're going to see all the action from Will Power lifting up the trophy as we usually do for the official ceremony that we hang around for, but we'll mainly be hearing from NBC in the next 20 minutes or so as well. Now, the rest of our scheduled broadcasting time. I don't know how much Josh has got to dash off as well after this. Ah, lovely. As they come through, Will Power now hugging as well. Other members of the Team Penske team. There's his race engineer and his spotter going all down there as well. It's been such an amazing championship year as well. Tell you what, we'll take this time and officially confirm the results to you as well. It's Alex Palou victorious, Joseph Newgarden is second, Will Power third, and the champion for this season, as well as Power hugs all the other members of his team as well. Looks completely and utterly emotionally drained out there as well. Rosenquist is in fourth, Lundgaard fifth, McLaughlin finished sixth, Grosjean seventh. Let's head back over to NBC.
The points look like this. 16 was the margin for Will Power over his Team Penske teammate Joseph Newgarden. There is Joseph. And then Scott Dixon picking up another top three in his illustrious career. And by the way, Scott McLaughlin making a couple of quick passes on the last few laps. He's in a tiebreaker for fourth, but wins it courtesy of his 3 race victories over Alex Palou and Marcus Ericsson, finishing in the top 6. So as everyone begins their championship debrief, here's the children's miracle moment of the race. Well, it all started in qualifying yesterday with this highly uncharacteristic crash, an unforced error by Joseph Newgarden. He said he felt quite relaxed going into the race. He was the man on the move, pulling off moves everywhere, but particularly at the corkscrew, and went from 25th to 2nd. That was deserving of the Children's Miracle Network moment of the race. Dylan?
And man, what a day, what a drive it was. Joseph, I know, is exhausted after the effort you put in today. How do you process this? A day where you, Morgan, scoot over here so we don't get run over by the car here. How do you process this? A day where you fought so hard, did everything in your power almost to get it done and still fell short in the championship?
You know, I hate to say it, but in a lot of ways, this has been a really tough year. So it's gonna be a welcome offseason. Mentally, it's been a taxing season. You know, we've had a lot of highs, but we've had a lot of lows, and just riding the roller coaster this year has brought me to a breaking point at a couple points in the year. But I'm ultimately I'm proud of the team. You know, this is a big day for everybody. You know, to win the championship, it's huge. Congrats to Will and the entire team. I mean, this is an effort by everybody. You know, whether it's the 2-car or the 12 or the 3. You know, we all take a lot of pride in it. All these crew members, they work on every single car. So, you know, the ultimate goal is to win a championship for Team Penske. We did that, and so there's a ton to be proud of. You know, from a personal side in the 2-car, I'm really thankful to my team. They stuck with it day after day. We even yesterday, you know, with the heartache there, we came back, we fought. You know, we nearly got there. So I'm just proud of the effort, proud to be supported by Hitachi and Team Chevy. We're going to come back stronger next year. We got to be in a different position, and I know we can do better than we did this year.
And that's what I was going to say. You still had a successful year, all things considered. 5 wins. There were some that got away, obviously. But how much are you looking forward? How optimistic are you about next year and this race and you being over there instead of your teammate?
I'm very optimistic. You know, I'll go back. I'm going to recharge. I'm going to come back and hit all these people harder. And believe me, I'll be ready to go by the time we get to St. Pete, and I look forward to it.
All right, he's calling a shot. Thank you, Joseph. He ends the year with 5 wins and 2nd in points today.
Dylan, my quick math says this is the 14th time Scott Dixon, a 6-time champ, has finished in the top 3 in the championship. You knew it was going to be difficult from where you were starting, and you tried to do something different. What ultimately decided that it just wasn't going to be your day today?
Yeah, we ultimately just didn't have the pace. You know, I think it was definitely a strange race in the fact that, you know, we tried everything that we could. We tried to kind of short stop, kind of kept coming out in traffic, and we had one run there where we actually got clean air and our pace was as good as the leaders, you know, for that whole run. So, you know, just frustrating, I think, that we couldn't bring what we needed to today. Congrats to Palou, and then obviously a big congrats to Will Power. You know, it was a tremendous year that he ran there, and congratulations on his 2nd championship. So, yeah, you win some, you lose some, man. I know this team never gave up. we pushed as hard as we could all year, and unfortunately we ended up third.
Still been a pretty special year. You have crossed a couple of big milestones and are showing you are still very much at the top of your game. How strong is your drive to get number 7 next year?
It's all that matters, man. That and the Indy 500. So we'll be pushing. Maybe it'll be next year, maybe it won't, but maybe it'll be the year after that. So we'll keep pushing as hard as possible to make these possible. But massive thanks to NTT and everybody involved, and big thank you to PNC Bank and Honda and everybody that's worked so hard, and this team especially, across all 4 cars. So it's been a pleasure and very proud moment for me to be a part of this team, and unfortunately we didn't do it.
Thank you, Scott. Have a good off-season.
Thanks, man.
He's always there, isn't he? Scott Dixon is ever present when...
Yeah, really is. And there's some photos going on down there now for Will Power as well, who finished this one as the top dollar. We're going to be hearing... Say again, Josh.
Look at how cross that water was that Will Power was holding.
Absolutely destroyed. And then we will be there we go. And that's probably his wife's water bottle as well, actually, that she was holding during the race. It certainly looks like it as well. Now they're just miking him up now. You right? What's going on? Can you hear me?
Don't go down there, Power. No, don't go down there. No.
All right, well, they're miking him up as well, and this will be for the trophy presentation. That will be in a few moments' time as well. Listening in and getting all the action from this amazing race. What's going on with my mic? We need better mics for 2023. That's what we need.
I'm guessing Megan blew it again.
No, it's the handheld. Just vibrating a little bit.
Megan could have also blew that as well somehow.
Yeah, and we need better handheld mics for 2023 that don't.
I need
get all that.
I need better earpieces.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to sponsor us as a mic company as well, just saying, we could definitely do with some equipment up here as well from us all, and Audio Technica headsets as well. They're all right. It just needs new ear cups and new sound guards. Definitely need new handheld mics, preferably wireless as well, because the wires just get everywhere. A wireless mic would make it absolutely easy peasy lemon squeezy.
But then how would it plug into the sound mixers and bus mix?
Well, there'll be adapters, won't there? It'll be it'll be the same plugins as well for the wireless stuff.
There will be.
I've already looked into it a long time as well, in order to get the ones we need. Right, it's all busy down there as well in the paddock as well, as it opens up to the fans as well. That you can go in now, take a look around, and get the things you need. Get some autographs, get some merchandise as well. And because it's the end of the season as well, you might even be able to get yourself a bit of the cars. But the trophy ceremony is about to happen here. We'll hand over as well for all of the action for NBC as their pit reporter Marty Snyder will talk us through all the action as he crowns Will Power as the 2022 NTT Data IndyCar Champion. We'll also crown the team's championship as well, and the Rookie of the Year championship that will go to David Malukas as well as the top rookie. So a lot of action, a lot of great racing across this season then. Just getting ready for all of it to begin. The Al Answer Cup as well. We'll be getting ready to bring in. Will Power is coming onto the podium now. We'll hand over for the ceremonies to take part to NBC. Let's go down to Marty Schneider. Will Power just talking there with Joseph Newgarden now.
He's trying to get enough willpower to get go onto the podium.
Certainly is, isn't he? Right, back to you, Marty.
Welcome back to Laguna Seca. Time to hand out the championship trophy, the Astor Challenge Cup for the IndyCar champion. That would be Will Power, the two-time champion. But before we get things going with that, let's do a little championship celebration with the manufacturer's title. That goes to Chevrolet this year. Let's welcome up on stage Jim Campbell from Chevrolet, the Vice President of Motorsports and Performance, and also Jim Danahy, the Vice President of Engineering, and Jay Fry, the President of IndyCar, to hand out the Manufacturers Championship Trophy to Chevrolet. And what a fantastic year it was for them. Jay, I'll let you do the honors.
Chevrolet are the Constructors' Champions of 2022.
Well, Jim, what a terrific year it was for Chevy. I mean, you get to cap it off also with a title. Not a bad way to end it.
Oh, Will Power, the number 12 Penske team, Verizon team. Great job, guys. Way to go. And they're one of many Chevy teams. Team Penske, Aaron McLaren SP, AJ Foyt Racing, Ed Carpenter Racing, Yukos Hollinger, and also Pret Autosport. They all prepared for the season and brought valuable manufacturer points to Chevy. We couldn't be prouder. Our 7th time in 11 years, so thanks to all the Team Chevy partners for bringing it home.
There you go. Congratulations to you guys at Team Chevy.
Great, and quick thank you to our friends at Ilmore. Thank you, Paul Ray, Mary Illian, and your team. Great job.
A season's worth of work comes home with the manufacturer's title for Chevrolet. And you got to love Will Power's crew. They're down here hanging out, ready to celebrate the champion. How about that?
A lot of cheers down there.
In order to celebrate the champion, we need him up here. Everyone, the 2-time IndyCar champion, Will Power.
Together with his wife and his son as well.
Bo's going to go with Mom over there. Let's also welcome up to the stage the president of Team Penske, Tim Cindric, everyone.
Tim Cindric onto the top there. Roger Penske as well will have the honor of giving his driver a trophy for the first time in his reign as well.
All right. To begin the championship celebration, let's welcome up Kurt Bruns from Johnston's for the championship ring presentation. Kurt, come on up.
This famous IndyCar ring as well, only given to IndyCar Drivers' Champions, and is worth over £1 million and has 14 real diamonds in it.
What a perfect fit. Will Power, the championship ring, everyone.
Beautiful. I want one.
Congratulations. Hey, Will, we're going to have you hang by the trophy because you get to touch that in just a moment. It is yours once again. For the presentation of the Astor Cup to the 2022 champion, let's bring in Kaz Nishiyata, Senior Vice President, NTT Data Corporation, and also Mark Miles, the President and CEO of Penske Entertainment Corp.
The Astor Cup gets lifted now by Will Power. Roger Penske is also joining the procession as well. First time his championship has been won.
Mark, I'll let you do the honors to now the 2-time champion.
Thanks, Marty. Let me start, though, by saying how thrilled we were to have this race here in this great place for the finale, deciding the championship for the 17th straight time. What a great example for fans of why IndyCar is such fabulous racing. We want to thank everybody at NBC. We want to thank all of our sponsors, all of our promoters. I want to thank Roger Penske for his investment and his leadership, and all the people at Penske Entertainment. And we want to thank all our sponsors, and principal among them is NTT, and it's a pleasure to be able to ask for a little help. Kaz, can you help present the trophy to our champion? Will Power.
The 2022 NTT Data Champion of IndyCar is Will Power! And the celebrations go off as he lifts the Astor Cup as well.
It's been 8 years since you got to touch that trophy. A little heavier than you remember?
Yeah, no, it's been way too long, but what a team effort. What a team. There wasn't a team that could touch us this year. So I cannot thank Verizon enough. I cannot thank Chevy enough, and Penske, Roger and Kathy Penske, and Tim Cindric for doing such a phenomenal job with all 3 cars. And man, you don't get years like this very often, so I'm going to really soak this in.
What a season for Will Power. Yesterday Diffie told me, I don't have 5 more years in the race car. Maybe he would have reconsidered that after this moment. Will Power now a 2-time IndyCar champion.
And what a fantastic, absolutely deserving champion he really is. Back up to the comm box then, once again. And in fact, we're going to go to the 2-screen cam now as well. As we wrap up this 2022 season, Will Power has been crowned the champion here as well. And now the team photo begins to come up as well. Josh, you've been at, I think, nearly every round, if not every round of IndyCar this season. Say again?
For every single round.
Say again, Josh?
I think I've been here for every single round.
Can hear you now. Yeah, I think you have. I can't think of anyone you've missed. Maybe one or twice, but no, I think you've been here every round actually. Somebody check the footage.
At the start of the 2022 season, didn't realise that I was going to be doing IndyCars this year. And
No, actually, you've missed two races. I know that for sure. But yeah, the first race and then the one I had to do solo because nothing was working as well, and Megan was ill, so that was the two. But honestly, been here all season as long as well. Absolutely fantastic. Can you define one moment of the year for you for IndyCar this season?
I don't think I can. There's been too many. Of course, the Indy 500 always delivers, and it's good that there's been no chewing of the bottles recently.
Definitely good. Absolutely good.
I'm just keeping one eye on the broadcast, one eye on the rocket launch, which is going up in 1 minute and 46 seconds.
What, Artemis 1?
No, Firefly.
Firefly. All right then, Josh. Who's going to be world champion for IndyCar in 2023?
2023 already.
I know.
Predictions. It's definitely not going to be as long as what it has been for Will Power to get another championship. But with all of the team changes, next year you've got Colton Herta going to Formula One, hopefully, if the license points get sorted out. But one person I would like to see Scott Dixon get the 7th, as all of us would. But Will Power doing the doubles, also a possibility. And as I keep saying, anything's a possibility in IndyCar with the point system.
Absolutely. Thank you, Josh, for your company this year in IndyCar. We'll see you next time out for Formula One, and we'll see you next time as well for IndyCar in 2023. Thanks, Josh. See you later.
See you later.
And to everyone at home as well, I want to say a special thank you for this incredible season of IndyCar. For myself, for Megan Burch, for Josh T, as well as Matthew Owens, as well, with Matt White coming in. I want to say to Seth as well, to Joe Samiego, to Adam, to Kobe as well, to Ben, to everybody who has joined the commentary team this year for IndyCar, to Tom as well for stepping in for a few races as well. Thank you, everybody who's made this broadcast possible over this season as well. It's been fantastic. It's been brilliant as well, commentating on IndyCar in 2022. It's not it, though, because we've still got a lot more to do. We may have signed off from Formula 3. We may have signed off from IndyCar, but there's still a lot more action. Formula 1 is still going on. They've still got a number of races left and champions to crown. Formula 2's got one event left in Abu Dhabi at the end of the year. MotoGP is still going on, and the British Touring Car Championship as well is all to be decided. Thanks everybody for watching IndyCar in 2022. The next season calendar hasn't yet been officially confirmed, but we'll be there for every single race live here on the YouTube channel. We can't wait to see what is next in 2023. Will Power, though, for the second time in his career, is an IndyCar champion. We'll see you in the very early part of 2023 when IndyCar returns. Good night to you all.